Yes, hey baby. Y'all come on in the room. Let's do it. I'm about to be real transparent with you. If I could sing, I'd do it.
I've been waiting
By this door. Y'all know what we're trying to do? Just to have a little conversation with you. Yeah. Here it is. So don't think I'm creeping. This on me preaching.
I just want your name.
Alright, we're not gonna sneak and preach now. I'll take that off.
And maybe you can
Slide your digits to me. Yeah. Here we go.
I put a lot of work
In my game. He did put a lot of work in his game. So this is what we're gonna do.
So baby, role play, role play. Baby, won't you come and role play with me?
Role play.
Role play.
Siobhan, I know you like this
Role
song.
play, baby. I know you know me. I know you know
Come on,
me.
let's switch it up. Yeah, baby, won't you?
Role play, role play.
Let's get rocking. Wake the people up, tell them we back.
My nerves. And let me be your patient. And you'll be and I'm gonna be your student.
So what we gonna do?
So let me role play, role play. Baby, won't you come and role play with me? Role play, role play, role play, role play.
Man, these tri-state area musicians is off the chain, man, I tell you. So let's switch it up. Baby, won't you? Siobhan, you over there on the YouTube side. Let me know how it work on that side.
Hey, come on. Got two hands, let me see you clap before
Go.
time.
There we go.
And if you got two hands, let me see you clap before time. Yeah. And if you're happy, you know it, and you ain't afraid to show it.
Two cameras today, that's all. Oh, that's the third. That's four. Let's go right here. I want here. So baby, role play, role play. Share your page, let them know you're on the Konvos. Hey, folk, I got something dope. You can also the Konvos Live. Easy, the Konvos Live. It'll get you right to YouTube. Sing, Trey. If I could sing, I'd sing it, Trey. If I knew how to sing good like you, I'd sing it. I know one of these guys we're talking to today sing.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom. Play E. Watley.
Lay back
Here we go.
on, hit me with
Here we go.
something else like.
Well, these Negroes. That's what I'm talking about. We go. The crazy guy is back. Yes, I am.
Yeah, we out.
Hit again. Alicia, we're praying for you, girl. Change this background. I don't like orange. Orange ain't working for me. Do this for now. Do that for now. All right. Wow. So listen, folks, this is my first time trying two sides, and it is Facebook and YouTube. So let me know your experience today. I am just getting used to this. I've never done it before except for church. I'm glad I tried it for the kingdom first. I did it when I first went to preaching online, and Restream was getting on my nerves. So I am trying it again, because what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get folk over to All right, the YouTube side of things. And there's 2 pages I want to highlight today. And one of them is from my man, Johnnie Smurf. He's got a great video. You got to check it out. You want to go to Johnnie Smurf. I'm going to let him say it later on. He'll tell you exactly where to go. And then also, he's got, he's doing a little bit of daycare today. So he's got one of the guys he's watching. His name is Parris Bowens. He's going to bring that little guy in the room. He's got him on daycare. I'm so jealous. I think every musician is jealous of this one other dude that's going to show up on here, because he just never gets older. Like, every picture is like the same, and everybody else's picture, we got hair and we don't have it. We got gray and all. And this one guy, he looks the same as when Floetry started, when Jill Scott started, when Music Soul Child started, and every artist he's played for, from the Ty Tribbett Band and all of that. This dude looks the same. Smurf goes out with Common, and Smurf looked like he'd been married for a little while, and the rest of us, we look like we've been aging. But for this one kid, I don't know what kind of Jesus juice he drank, and that's a problem. So since I am Banshee all over the place, I'm actually not going to waste a lot of time, and I'm just drop these dudes in here. Y'all know how we do with the comments. I'm going to be looking. It's just so good. I see James is over in YouTube. James McCleary. Okay, let me move the convos out the way. I see that you are over in YouTube. That's good. So y'all let me know your experience and make sure that .live works. Shout out to my girl Diana Gladney, who told me to make sure that I get that domain, and I did it. theKonvos. Zach, listen, Zach, you are there. The church guy is there. Sneaker Preach. I just had it up. I'm glad to see you, Jody. I want y'all to meet my boys. They're coming on. I know you probably don't have that much time. Maybe we'll just close it in within an hour. They're always welcome back, but they have some information to announce to you. They got something going on big on Monday. You don't want to miss it. This is just the beginning. I've been speaking to people like Tamika Furby and a lot of other Philly people. So too, the Bishop and the Bishoptress. I want to talk about Tamika Furby and Zach Williams. They're Philly babies. And so, look, Zach got his too. Zach was on with us the other day. He knows about putting up that directive too. I don't want to keep these guys waiting. I got some surprises for them, and I'm just going to slide them on in here because because I'm just wing this today. So let me get my music. Darian Brister is my dude. He actually sent me this bed track that I love so much, and I'm gonna throw it underneath here. And it is really where is it at? Well, you know what? I'm gonna put my track on first. Don't y'all hate on my track. My track fire too. Here it go. Little gangster, you know what I'm saying? Got that little guitar in that joint. I think that was like a Frank McCone little joint that we did. And I took and flipped that, and I threw some little keyboard stuff over top of that with the old rolling machine. Put some little effect on it. Threw my little bass in that joint because I can't play bass live. Did my keyboard bass in there. It made it real funky. All right. So here goes my boys. Let me bring up this dude first. Yo, wait a minute. I gotta make sure I can hear you. Is your phone unmuted? Turn it sideways. Don't forget, it's not you. Can you turn your phone sideways? Okay, wait a minute. P, can I hear you? Say something.
Yo, what's
all right, good? I can hear P. So Johnny, it says you muted yourself. You may not have muted yourself. Don't be afraid of this. Take the phone and hang up and call right back on it. It's not a you thing. Everybody, disclaimer, this is not a Johnnie Smurf problem. His internet is fine. His equipment is fine. It could be an eCam thing, okay? It could be like a software thing. So Johnny, just bang. I'm a hang up on you, and then you just call right back in. He gonna come back in. Ooh. P, what's going on, money? You feeling that track?
What's good, bro? That track is dope, bro.
That's an old track, man.
You taking me back to Philly days, bro. Like the early Philly days.
It ain't new at all. It's old. It's old as jacks. Okay, let me say.
It ain't dated though.
Say something, Smurf. You know what? Why is it that the joint don't like Smurf's audio? We had this problem the other day, then we got it.
There you go. I can hear him now.
In the mix.
Okay, all right. Let me turn my music down. Okay, I got Smurf on it. Hey, Smurf, I'm telling you, we going Father, we bind that audio stop in the name of Jesus. Whatever it is that's trying to silence it. I need you to listen, Smurf, act like you stepped up at the church and you had to speak. And so what do you say before you say something when they call you up? We're going to have some words from Brother Smurf. What do you say?
We're going to say, give an honor to God.
Yes.
He's the head of my life.
Yes. Wait a minute, Smurf, I'm going to put you on solo. You get the full screen. Go ahead. You go ahead and start the day. First, give an honor to God. Go ahead.
First, give an honor to God, who's the head of my life. Members, preacher, and friends. We going to step up in here. And
you supposed to say, I'm truly glad. You supposed to say, I'm truly glad. Come on, man. Get it right, Smurf.
I'm truly glad to be in the service one more time.
One more time. Can y'all put the hand clap emojis together for Smurf? Tell them you got to say, I'm truly glad to be in the number one more time. You got to, come on now. James said we need to recommend Jesus over the audio.
Look, I love it.
Shout out to Richard Greer, who used to cry because they wouldn't let him on the drum set, and then he became a beast on the drums and the keys because they wouldn't let him play. Hey, Parris, you know that's a true story, right? Parris, you muted yourself. Did you mute yourself? Are you kidding me? I will fire the program. Okay, you hang up and call right back. Whenever the audio go out, you just gotta hang up and call back. I don't know. It ain't me. It ain't him. I don't know what happened with the software. So let's start on you. So Parris, all you gotta do is hit that link and come back to it. So Johnnie, real quick, let's get this out the way. What is going on Monday that we need to know about? Is something going on Monday?
So Monday is that day that I was born.
Okay.
It's my born day, and we're doing a concert. Like, first of all, I just got to say this. Me and Parris been trying to do something together for a long time, and we finally are both home that we can actually do this. So we said, let's come together and play some music for my birthday.
Nice. And since we got people like Zach watching, and Tamika, I was just doing something with her.
What up, Zach and Tamika? What up, y'all?
So, what is, like, you said y'all been trying for a long time, right?
Yes. So, it's a crazy story. So, back when I first moved out here from Chicago, it was a crazy situation where I kept hearing about this musician. And they were saying how dope he was, and I'm like, man, I can't wait to meet this guy, right? So it was like we had messed around. One day I went to, on our off time we didn't have much to do. It was kids,
right?
So I roll up to Sam Ash,
wow,
and I see this dude.
Date yourself, will you?
Killing this keyboard. I was like, yo, who is this dude?
Smurf,
But
wait 1 second. You said this dude, or you mean this little kid? just be honest, man. Let's just stop playing games. You saw a little young boy without his parents. And you was like, yo, he dope. Go ahead, Smurf. Go ahead. Smurf being nice. He your homie.
Go ahead. Look, I like to call him itty bitty bitty. You know what I mean?
I like that. I like it. Come on. I like it.
Yeah. Yo, so I come in here and I'm like, yo, who is this dude? So I'm like trying to talk to him, but he's so engulfed into this keyboard. Like, please, man, what's up, man? I'm Parris. And he just kept killing. So it was, man, let me start playing with him because he was so good.
Right.
So I found a piano that was working. And I didn't really know how to work it, So I just started rocking with him, and we start shedding. And when I tell you, it's been a brotherhood ever since.
Wow! Now, when was this? Do you remember how long ago that was?
Man, it was about what you say, Parris? About 20 years ago?
Yeah, like maybe like 2000, somewhere around there.
So wait, y'all had just met each other around the time when we had just started doing what we was doing studio wise.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Yes.
I had to be
Yes.
19, 20. We had to be like dumb young.
Look at this
Yeah.
right here. Do you
'Cause
see that?
What, Paris? I'm what? Dang, I'm about to turn 38. How old are you?
I just turned 40 in August.
All right.
Wow.
Whatever.
You are the youngest 40-year-old I know.
Exactly. Are you kidding me? If Parris say he was like 30, I would buy that. 40? Are you kidding me?
Wait, 40, bro.
And wait, who's the oldest? Lawrence is the oldest though, right?
No, I'm the oldest.
Oh!
Lawrence is like 36, maybe.
I swear, everybody be like, yo, Parris is the older brother. Like, you don't want to mess with Parris because his older brother, you know, do like cock diesel and everything. Wait a minute, you're older than Lawrence?
I'm the oldest out of all 5 of us.
I can't, I'm done. I can't, man. I can't.
I think my mom and dad lied to me. I'll be honest with you. I think they lied to me.
They got it backwards, man.
My birth
promise you.
certificate is wrong.
I promise you
I
they
think the
got
birth
it
certificate
wrong.
is wrong, Doc. They've been lying to me all my life.
Something ain't right, man. Something is not right, man. They have to have it wrong. But my goodness.
You've been lying to me all my life.
All my life. My mom and dad, y'all doing me a disservice, man. It ain't right.
So Smurf, you met him in around early 2000s. So y'all, let me ask you this: how has the vibe been the whole time? Not knowing, but seeing how popular y'all were getting. Do you think that y'all ever had any kind of tension? Would you say?
No, because it was so funny. It was like we legit was from day one. Like I remember to the point where we had the same keyboard, the JD1000.
Oh my God!
It was so crazy.
Oh
It was like,
God.
yo, it was so much. Like we had so much in common. Like he was a brother,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna be honest. I wouldn't be doing anything that I'm doing if it wasn't for Parris. Literally, he called me into the first session that I did with Carvin and Ivan for a Conceptions album for Stevie Wonder.
I
And it
remember
wasn't
that.
because he couldn't make it that I ended up playing with them, and it was because of that call that allowed me to start doing production on that level.
Wow. So look, talk about real quick.
JV1000. Zach, yes sir.
Oh, Zach, listen, we know. So I'm gonna put y'all two on the screen and maybe talk a little bit about cool competition but real love and how important it is, because both of y'all was just like the guys. But I've never seen the tension with y'all two, but both of y'all have seen great levels of success. Both of you have your own name and stuff, and both of you are dope. But just tell everybody how important support is, but knowing how to be strong in your own skin, like without letting up off the gas. How do you stay on the gas but not, find yourself running into some kind of beef with people, if you will?
Man, it comes down to spirit, man. For real. Smurf, like I remember Wayne, my brother-in-law, Wayne Moore. He was the one that used to always tell me about Smurf. Like, yo, dog, you gotta meet this kid Smurf. He says, he was like, yo, y'all both remind me of each other. Y'all both have the same. Y'all approach musically. So when we met in Sam Ash, when Smurf came in and started playing, because of the way he played, I knew he was the one Wayne was talking about. And from day one, I mean, from the moment we met, like me and Smurf, when I say he's probably one, I don't know, I never had any tension with Smurf. It was always, we always championed each other, like the way we all was as friends.
Good word.
It's like we always kind of like, yo, if I can't do it, he could do it. If he can't do it, I could do it. And the reality is, I think we learned that from James Poyser. We learned that from you.
You talking about the OG.
June, you know what I mean? June, Anthony Forrest, Aunt Bell, all of them. Like, I think none of the keyboard players in Philly had no beef, not that I know of.
That's good.
All of us, we genuinely respected each other's craft, and we all share gigs. Like, that whole Philly neo soul scene, if one person wasn't doing it and the other person couldn't do it, it got passed down. And
Right.
it was just, and we all kind of like learned that way. James Porter always had an open door. Y'all did a touch of jazz. Then when y'all did home cooking, y'all had an open door. Y'all like, that was our school. I didn't get to go to college. So I got to sit under all of my, you know what I memean? And then we all came from church too. So I think that really helped us. Coming from that environment. You had Stephen Ford. You had, I mean, it was just the client. So when I would go to other cities and people would talk about the ills of their cities, I'm like, man, we ain't have that. Like,
right.
It was genuine. I mean, I never forget Ty Tribbett and Jehovah Chosen. We would show up on gigs. Like, it was almost like Prince and Morris Day type vibes, but it was it was no ill. It was like we would sit and watch them like, oh my God.
Wow.
We gotta come with it. Like, oh my God. And then they would go up and then June and them would be saying the same thing. Like, we all had the same, we just kept iron sharpening iron type situation. And we all love each other, bro. Like, still to this day. Like, I still have never had a beef with none of my brothers. I've never had a beef with nobody in the Philly scene at all. Never.
Nice. You know what? I champion, you use a great word, I'm gonna say it, champion. Talking to Brian and John. Because I think there was so many of us, we created tension that they never had. You know what I'm saying? And the one, I think either Zach or somebody's got the video, or I think Rob Elliott actually has footage from, it was a Thanksgiving shed out West Philly. Okay. And it's when John learned that jungle style beat. And Brian, it was James Poison was on the keys. I think James June was playing.
I know what you're talking about.
And they was going back and forth. I think you were there too. Smurf might have been there. I'm not sure when it was. My memory like slips me, but I never forget. Brian went in and crushed, and everybody's like, "Woo!" And then Brian, knowing the type of old head thinker John is. John did some joint and John was like, then John did something he had learned that nobody heard before. And Brian in straight congratulatory mode was like, he just dropped the sticks, was like, now mind you, Brian joint still simmering. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. What he did is still cats running to the back of the church like, ding. But I used to love their back and forths because it was like, I'm going to come with it, and if you ain't got nothing to follow up, that's on you. That's what I liked about them two, but it was never one of them competitions, if you will. You know, and
it was musical. It was musical.
You're right.
When I go to sheds in other places, they be trying to take each other's heads off.
Zach is right.
In Philly, when cats, oh my God, and Zach is another one, dude. Like, he was another Philly legend.
Yeah, for real.
I seen Zach, man. Zach, it almost at one point almost seemed like Zach had all the gigs. We like, dang, like Zach on that, Zach on that, Zach on that. You like, is anybody else gonna get a chance to play? Zach was running Philly, like straight up, but I mean, but he set a bar.
Right.
And then he put Zach is another one who put a lot of guys on. He put a lot of us on.
Oh yeah.
So always show honor, but I mean, when we would have our sheds, it was, especially when you had James and Brian and those guys in the room. Fanny was a Philly legend as well, running things.
Right.
Yeah, Fanny, Kevin Arthur, Randy Gibson used to put together something. He used to be crazy, but they would always make it a lesson. Like when they would do what they would do, it taught you musicality. June, oh my God.
Yeah.
June was one of the first dudes that took me down to his basement in Northeast. And I'm thinking we're going to go down there and shed, and June just set me down and just put some records on. He like, listen, he said, this is what you're playing. Like, you're playing a lot of stuff and you don't know what you're playing. Let me give you the history behind what you're playing. June helped me put, okay, if I'm playing these lead sounds, this is who the artist is. This is the vibe that I'm getting it from. And I mean, it was just education, man. Philly was pure musical education, man. And then, like I said, Smurf, when it comes to me and Smurf, I always felt like me and Smurf were like opposite sides of the same coin as brothers in the music game, like keyboard wise. I'm like, if I can't do it, Smurf can do it, and you're not going to be disappointed. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
I couldn't find a lot of guys that can speak the same language. Like, whereas people always equate me and Dana like worked well together when it come to what me and Ty did. Like, we always had a chemistry, but we were different. in our approach. You know what I mean?
Oh my gosh! Don't get me started with that guy too. Jeez.
We had a blend though. But
right.
Me and Dan had a dope blend, and we played together all the time, so we knew how to complement each other. But with Smurf, I feel like me and Smurf are very much alike in our approach. Like if I couldn't do it, if I needed to get somebody to sub out with Ty, Smurf could do it. And
you know what's crazy? What I like is I like combos. This is what I love, and I gotta say I like combos. So y'all two would be the combo. That's why when I saw your flyer for the gig y'all got coming up on Monday, I was looking at it like, oh, this is going to be great because y'all are like a Kevin Arthur and a Thani. You know, You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like a Gerald Hayward and a John Roberts at the time.
Yes.
You know, I like those combos. Matter of fact, let me shout them out. It's like a Vidal and Dre. You know, and then
exactly.
It's at the time because they both had, you called Dre Lazy Dre, and Vidal was kind of on the chop with the left hand. You know, you get who would be the James Poyser guy though?
That's crazy.
That's hard because you got to remember James from church, but then James
he was in a league of his own.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like you can't really. You kind of like stuck. Like you know what it's like.
I haven't seen nothing like him before.
Nope.
Because James is one of those type of people that it's like that's you was about to say it, Parris. Say it. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say Stephen Ford is Yoda, James is Obi-Wan. Like,
ooh, nice.
I can't find a match for him. Like,
right, you're right.
And James is the type of guy where if you like, this is just young boy thinking. Like, you finally get to some level in your skill, and you like, yo, I can't wait to get around James, and I'm gonna finally show James something.
Mm-hmm.
I'll never forget he invited me to come sit in on Jimmy Fallon with him. And I'm like, yo, I hadn't seen James in a long time. Like, yo, I think I got my skills up. Let me see if I can show James, impress James.
Right.
And I'm sitting in the rehearsals and I'm playing through some stuff. And then James is like, okay, he gave me the okay. And then James gets on the play and I'm like, I'm just nothing. Like, I still can't chord like his voice in none of it.
Go ahead, hold up. Go ahead,
let me tell you this.
Go ahead, Smurf.
James Poyser, it seemed like he just does no wrong. Like,
right.
He plays every instrument equally good.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Piano, you like, what is this? You sit at a Rhodes, you like, what is this?
Right.
You pull up a mold, you like, what is this? It's like he does everything right.
Yeah.
And he's something that I aspire to be. Like,
yeah,
he is so good. And then what's so crazy about it is his fill, he don't ever have to solo because his fill is so impressive that you like it. Like, because he actually was one between him and June. Matter of fact, no.
Oh my God.
James, June, and Omar.
Yep.
Those three guys literally made me say, I have to not learn how to do chops. I have to work on feel to make a song feel good without ever doing a chop.
Wow.
I agree.
Those
100%.
three guys.
Wow.
100%. They were like, to me, if he's Obi, they're the two padded ones that was sitting directly under him. And
oh my God.
They were at Axis all the time, and they pretty much like, yo, Omar. See, Omar is another one you can't talk about.
I can't even get started. That dude
is a sleeper. Like, most jokers that know Omar now,
good word,
don't understand. Everybody that's seeing him on the big stages, they never really seen the real Omar, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're seeing a professional Omar that's doing the job, that's killing. But if you never seen Omar on an organ, Omar's organ game is probably second to Stephen Ford, my favorite organ game. Like, I've never heard a person with a level of sensibilities that he has on an organ. This man knows how to move a service with such a maturity, and he never overdoes it. I've never seen him play past what he's supposed to play. I've always seen him play exactly what's needed, and he can move a room and sense the spirit, bro. Like, that dude is one of the most. I mean, playing some hymns, and his taste is just ridiculous.
Yes,
like,
yes.
Oh my God!
Listen,
and then him and Jamar together. Oh, that's like
don't even say him. I got Jamar. Jamar's coming on next week. I just listened to that album, and I promise you, I'm like, that is my all year Charlie Brown Christmas album feel. You know how you wait till Christmas so you can hear bloom doom 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 bloom doom, and I go like riding out amongst trees and stuff, and I just play that. And when I want to feel that in the summertime, I feel kind of ridiculous playing the Charlie Brown Christmas album in the summertime. But once I heard that album, the Sunday morning joint, I'm like, God. I am freaking done. I'm never hearing them hymns the way I used to hear them. Like, it's a whole nother alternative. I was in this room dancing like, did these Negroes just play this song like this? So Jamar is another sleeper, but here's the funny thing. God. But y'all two, the funny thing about y'all two is y'all got character. So like Omar and June. Like, Omar and June are like Kaiser Sose and Mr. Kobayashi. If y'all, Parris, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
I know.
The Usual Suspects.
Suspects.
They like Kobayashi and what's name? Because it's like, it's Kevin Spacey and my man in the car at the end where you like, this dude, God. Oh, man.
Right, it's twist.
They exist, but they don't. They exist, but they don't. You kind of like, who? You kind of looking like my man in Django. You looking like Samuel Jackson. Like, who is the Negro on the organ? You know what I'm saying? And it's like, who is this guy that's playing? I'm with Robert. He said, the Biz. He said, I used to just listen to Omar play. Like, we had our favorite guys. There was like, oh, Parris is here. Oh, Smurf is here. Oh, so-and-so is here. And then it's just like, you kind of forget the dopeness of a June. You know what I'm saying? Until he starts doing something, then you forget. You like James is Uncle James.
Oh, my goodness.
Until... Go ahead, Smurf.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna say two things, and this was like it was a lesson that I never forgot. I will never forget shedding with June. And June was at a Jehovah's Chosen rehearsal. And Tony Moore said, hey, just let me see y'all just shed for a little bit. When I tell you, we shed for maybe, it was maybe like 30, it was about an hour. This dude picked me apart so crazy. Because, I'm a young boy. I'm about 15, 16 years old. And this dude, he up here like, oh, come on, let's go. So I'm doing all these chops going in, like just like anything that I just learned off of the latest Chick Korea VHS. It was like, I'm up there trying to do all that stuff. He like, oh yeah, he's just chilling, he just vibing, and he'll do a little something here. The moment that dude pulled out all these tricks and destroyed me. I was like, oh my God.
Bro.
He taught me patience.
That's the word I was thinking.
That's good.
That's the word, bro.
Go ahead, Parris.
No. That was the whole time you was talking. All I was thinking about is his patience.
So June,
could wait you out.
What I like about June is June. Let me show y'all. June do the June.
His vibe.
Yes,
he put that face in there. And he just going like this, and you kind of like, what is this dude doing? When he would come in the studio, it's kind of like you didn't want to put him on your tracks. Y'all get what I'm saying? It's kind of like, we were stuck with something. We like, yo, I need this. And James will be like, okay, I'll drop that on there real quick. Vidal asked me to play a bridge. I play the bridge. When you have June come in, it's kind of like, it's so dope. You like, I don't want it. You like, I don't want it now. That ain't my track no more. It just did something there. And he'll even ask, like, what key, he come in and play the chord. But then after he sciences it out, he does something totally different. Matter of fact, shout out to Terry Tribbett, right?
Oh, my God.
On the song I did with Marsha, with Floetry, If I Was a Bird, right?
Oh, wow, yes.
So I did the whole bass
Taking
line
it back,
Smurf.
bro.
I'm like, boom, if I was a bird, boom. I'm hitting the bass joint, right? And I got the simple joint, keeping it simple. So I said, Terry, we want a live bass on there. So I'm like, so it's kind of easy. It's like 3 notes. So Terry's like, cool. When it came to the bridge, Terry found a note that I would have never in my life put with a certain chord. And Terry's sitting there on the bass because it's an easy track. So he's just going, boom. You know, he laying the track down like, yo, we're going to pay you triple scale. Just sit here and pluck. You know what I'm saying? So Terry like, this is an easy gig. He like chilling on his phone, playing the bass. And then when it came to the bridge, like, I can't stay, you won't. And then Terry said, he hit something. And I was just like, the hell did you just do? Like, I was like, and I'm saying to myself, like, do that fit in the track? That's how dope it was. It was like, that don't sound like it fit. And it's the best note in the whole entire song. And I'm just like, y'all some weirdos, man.
Yeah,
Really. So look, Smurf, real quick. Parris and that whole Thai crew, I was like, they are aliens. That was the problem with the gig. What was that?
You know what was funny is, so when I think I was like, maybe I used to come out here. I used to come.
Hey,
come
hold
to
on
New
one
Jersey,
second. Wait, one second. Let me tell y'all the love.
Triple scale.
Listen, Brandon. That's the top, right? Ain't triple scale the top?
I remember that.
Yep. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
let me tell you something.
Stacks, Doc.
Brandon, let me just tell you straight up. The one thing about us at A Touch of Jazz was the Philly crew was so tight, where it was like, we in the studio, y'all grinding, and we gonna keep this together. We ain't give a darn what the budget was. It was like, when we call our boys in, it's triple scale. They used to ask, like, listen, hold up. Real talk, Smurf, don't forget what you want to say. They used to be like, well, you know, what school they go to. We like, it don't matter. Triple scale. Jeff Bradshaw come in, we like, yo, Jeff was like, what do y'all need on the track? It's like, me and Vidal, he's like, yo, man, I just y'all said, dude, yo, just like Parris, I just want to Smurf killed that joint. Like, yo. And we like, yo, all we need is bam, right? That's it. And we gonna sample it, right? And we turn that joint and we like, oh, they played the whole track, 5 minutes of record. Listen, producers, y'all better know, like, you gotta bless the people, man. It was like, we like, Parris, we only need you for like 10 minutes. Like, Smurf, we only need you for like 5 minutes. And it's just like bent, and it's just like, yo, and Jeff like, yo, man, y'all gotta finish the paperwork. And it's like, yo, and it came back, somebody was like, oh yeah, we're gonna pay him 3. We was like, no, triple scale. It's Jeff Bradshaw, it's Parris Bowens. It's like, well, who's that? Triple scale, period. Like, my fault, Smurf. Go ahead, Smurf, man.
No, we didn't even know what that was, bro. Like,
listen,
I didn't know none of the business. Ivan and Carr was like, yo, you know what you're supposed to get paid? You know what? I would walk out of sessions, did not know. I wouldn't even ask. I wouldn't do no paperwork. I would just leave and go home. They'd be like, yo, you ain't do your paperwork. And I never forget. Ivan set me down. I was like, dog, this is single, this is double, this is triple. And he like, you getting triple.
Yeah, we just
I was
say
doing
triple.
sessions. I was getting. I'm like, word.
Yeah.
I ain't never seen these numbers at church ever in my life. Listen,
because you know what? Because when we learned, it was like, yo, it's these budgets and stuff. It's like, we're bringing in like the dopest guys that we know in the tri-state area. And sometimes you just didn't need a lot on the track, but it was just like, yo, how can we best eat? You know, because eventually y'all was going to do your own production and stuff anyway, but it's like, how best can we eat? And that's when we learned what the scale was. We did it off of like, yo, this dude took his time out. He's major and this, that, and the third. So here's the thing. We just going straight triple scale. So I hope I don't get in trouble. They could be like, we want a refund. I'm like, nah. Like, I'm sorry.
Yo, you know why I kept getting in trouble? I'm sorry, bro.
Go ahead.
I kept getting in trouble with the union.
Okay.
I wasn't paying dues.
Some dudes.
I wasn't paying them dues. In fact, there was a lady. Y'all, I don't know if you remember the lady name. She was always the one that called me. Like, she's like, Parris. She said, you come. She was like, come pick up Marie. She's like, come pick up your checks. She said, but you better bring your dues so I can give you this check. So it'd be like, I would owe them like $100 to come pick up $1,300 or something like that, I would like. She's like, I'm not giving you this 13 if you don't come give me 100. And I'm like, well, why don't you just take it out of the check? She said, It don't work like that. Bring me 100 so you get this 13. Those days were I was so irresponsible, bro.
Well,
it was so funny.
Look, I got two things to do because I want to get to the column. I want to miss these people because somebody brought up something that I gotta get y'all with. But one of those things is with the money. Listen, musicians, if you played on stuff back in the day, even though you got your check for playing on it, still go to AFTRA and type your name in. I called 3 people, and I ain't gonna say their names. I called 3 people. I was like, bro, you might have some money. I played on a Dave Hollister joint for Vidal. Now, mind you, I've been doing production and stuff, and I forgot all about it. And I just happened to type my name in there just to see. And they had a check for me. Won't he do it? I said, so I'm like, listen, because whatever it is in that budget, they have this leftover, royalty fund that's just for that they divided up on background singers, musicians and stuff. It don't hurt to just type your name in and just say, hey, my name is so and so. Yeah. And then you'd be surprised they got a check for you. And so I talked to 3 musicians and I said, yo, type in. They text me back like, brother, I love you, man. Like, what can I was like, you ain't gotta give me nothing. Like, I don't need no commission on it because I got mine. You know what I'm saying? Like, so wait a minute. James McCleary says something, and I want you to, because I'm going to tap off of this, and I'm going to tell y'all what happened. This is the funniest story. But look, right here. Answer that, Smurf. Can you see it?
Let me see.
Can you see that?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Tell us about that. I want, because James, he long time coffee conversation guy. Shout out to my man James. What happened?
What's up, good brother McClaren? Let me tell y'all. So it was my 25th birthday. So if y'all don't know, birthdays is a big thing for me. Like I just love birthdays. But this was a concert. On this concert, we had Parris, we had Derek Hodge.
Yep.
Forgot about him. Yeah.
We had on organ.
Is it Floyd?
No, we play for James Hall right now. He's slipping my mind right now. From Delaware.
Not
Delaware, but
Jabari.
He plays for James Hall now. No, Troy Chambers.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, gosh. Yeah. Oh, goodness. That's a whole nother problem.
A whole nother.
And we had Floyd Thomas from Indiana.
Yep.
Let me tell you, this dude Parris came in. It's one of my favorite records he played, and it was just like he just started playing, and it was his melody. He was like, da, 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 da. Yo, when I tell you, like, I feel like everybody in that church was in tears. It was like, and it was just so simple, but one of the differences, one of the things that separate Parris from anybody else that I know.
Come on, say it,
is
sir.
His heart for God.
Yeah.
That dude is anointing. It's almost like Parris is one of those people that you like, as soon as we get off of this live, he gonna go in the prayer closet and say, God, I know this is for a greater purpose.
Yes.
I just want,
yes.
I just want to make sure that I didn't fail you.
Thank you for saying that. Like, that is Parris. Like, bro, come on. He gonna go into worship for the brothers. Lord, I pray that you cover them before they step on a plane. Please give them a flight of their life from the hotel to the airport. Like, are you kidding me? Only Parris. Man, go ahead, Smurf.
And then it's so crazy because what makes Parris so unique is, it's straight from heaven. And I really believe even now in this season of our lives, like, that's the next wave, because if it ain't coming from a spiritual place, like, we never was ones. I know as long as I know in Parris, I feel like our vices never was, we go smoke a blunt and then go and get on play some chords. We always like heard from heaven to pour into us what to play, and that's always been our source of instrumentation, just, I guess, encouragement. Like David. Like, it's. I don't want to get too deep in that stuff. In the word and stuff like that. But I know that God has literally been our source for
Yeah.
anything. Because I know for me, and even talking to Parris, we always felt like we never was good enough to compete because it was like everybody just was so great. And coming up under the school that we came from, like, and I gotta always be humble because I understand that I'm not good enough to sit with these other people. You know what I mean? So
that's big.
Every time, and I'm just being transparent.
Yep.
Like I never, like, I don't care who it is. I never look down on any other musician because it was like, man, I just took that and I just added that to me, and I know I'm a better musician because of this person that's sitting next to me. You know what I mean? And I feel like Philadelphia has taught me that as a musician. What make us so great is because we understand that it's because this bass line that made me doper on this key, on this chord, or it's this drum beat that made this chord doper, or it's this guitar line. We it's like we just a big a pot of gumbo or something.
Well, listen,
we all come together.
So Smurf, let me say this. Talking about Parris and Smurf, I got something on you too. That's crazy because like we'll watch Smurf play somewhere, and then Smurf will take us to church. But Smurf will be in
a heartbeat.
Yeah, he takes you to church in a certain way. What he said about you that's crazy is what makes you the weird guy is if Parris is playing strings or synth, it's like, how does this Negro take over without trying to take over? So we are at what's the joint called in New York that everybody would go to? SOBs.
SOBs. Oh my God.
We are at SOBs with Flowetry, right? And you know Jers with his silly self. Jers is like, on the percussion. I forgot who was on the drums. As matter of fact, it's crazy behind Eric Tribbett is on the drums.
It had to be Eric Tribbett.
So Eric's on the drums. You got Jers. You got Parris. You got Terry, right? Jeff Bradshaw. This was when he wasn't too big to roll down on the floor and do the skid. He's playing, on Say Yes. He getting him. He took the crowd. He's like, whip, whip, whip. Jeff, he doing his thing. The girl's like, ah. And Jeff, he making it talk. So then it gets over. Terry comes out and Terry does that. He do his little thing, right? They give Parris a solo. Now, Parris doesn't choose. Was it a second keyboard player that night? Or it was just you? It was just Parris. But Parris was like, you thinking he would do a piano something solo. This Negro does a string solo, right? He does a string. Understand what I'm saying, y'all?
I love it.
It's like you thinking he's going to go ding, 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 ding. He goes, right? He doing the strings. We're in SOB. Cats got drinks in their hands, everything. We chilling. This Negro goes into worship. Marsha and Nat is sitting there looking like Natalie's like, yeah. After a while, cats realize they're actually lifting their hands and they're like, oh, hallelujah. We're like, wait a minute. Are we in worship now? Terry, so now it turns into the Ty Tribbett band at church concert. It's no longer Flowetry, right? Marsha's just like, I'm good. Everybody back off. Jersey's just sitting there shaking his head, tapping it, keeping the timing. And Parris drops his head, keyboard up here, and he got us in some kind of like, it was like if you got sucked into Omnisphere 3. Right? With 12 layers and you found yourself swimming in the matrix of Omnisphere or something. It was like, so when Parris was done his solo, nobody knew how to come back in. Like everybody's just sitting there like, all right, so it is a concert. Like, okay. Yeah. And Parris is on the keyboard and Parris still shaking his head. He's the only guy that finishes his solo, stops playing and just shakes his head. Like, and he looking up at the rest of them like, come on back in, and they like, where? I mean, we don't even know at this point. That was just so good, dude. That was just so good. So shout out to both of y'all. Smurf finishes the solo and we can come back in still saying, woo. Parris finishes and we kind of like,
Ain't nowhere to go.
Wait a minute. Y'all know it's crazy. Look, wait, hold up. He says every paid their tithes. Okay, and they paid their tithes. So look, tithes, I got you, bro. I got you, Tim. But wait a minute. I got something specifically for that, I think. Let me see. Is this my show tracks? Because I had to put something together for that specific reason of what just happened with what I was saying with Parris. Where did I put it at? All right, I'll find it later. I ain't worried about it. I'm gonna find it later. But listen, y'all need to continue to expand on the love in some shows. So Johnnie, give me one of your best like road experiences. I know they're hard to pick, but one of your most memorable road trips that you were grateful to be on.
It had to have been. This was like 2009. And it was a tour with Common and Pharrell. And this had to be one of my funnest tours ever.
Were you on there with Lil Daryl?
Yes.
Shout out to Daryl Boots.
So
my God,
it was so crazy because the band was for Common. It was Spanky, Kevin Arthur, Bananas, Aaron Draper. I was on keys and Musina. Pharrell band was Boots.
Oh my God.
Daryl, Wayne, Ray, and June.
Oh, that was a squad.
L and Day Day was doing sounds. Rest in peace, Day Day. Happy birthday as well. So,
man,
when I tell you on this tour, because it was like every night they would kill so hard, and we had to follow up after them, knowing that they destroyed everything in the world. But what made it so fun, because it was just like we was with our brothers every night, and it was like iron sharpening iron every night. It was fun. But it was like that was like so much healthy competition, because it was like we would never, sometimes you never come to the show early, sometimes to see some of the old, but it was like we were running to come in just because we were like, oh wait, we got to get there because they're about to start. Mm-hmm. They would murder so hard, and it was like, that was my funnest experience. I mean, God. We would go, of course, Spank had me in the mall every day buying new sneakers.
What? That's about right. That's about right.
Man, I remember coming home and I felt so guilty once I got home. I think I had about 13 boxes of sneakers, and I'm like, wow, this is the goofiest thing I done did. I done spent at least $2,500 on sneakers. Give them away 10 years later.
Exactly.
Right.
That's like, it's like a drummer thing with sneakers.
Yeah.
Drummers had that sneaker problem where they'll get you all caught up in them sneaks and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that's yours. Let me so Parris, what would your experience be?
Oh man, Floetry. Mm-hmm. So there was a point in Floetry where the squad was Spank, Thad, June, Jeff, and Jers. June left the Floetry situation, and then they brought me in. So eventually, that Floetry situation became a Ty Tribbett gig every night for the most part. But we had one specific experience.
Exactly right.
Since you got all of the components was there. Floetry let us play what we wanted to play. Like
that's what I love.
That Marsh.
Yes,
they let us play. They didn't have no background singers, so we wasn't locked into that. Marshall would flow off of whatever you would do. So one specific situation, we went to St. Lucia. This ticket was crazy. We was at St. Lucia. It was.
Oh, don't Parris. I got a video.
You was there. For real?
No,
dude.
You know what video I have, right?
I can imagine what it is. all I remember
Go ahead. I'll tell you about it later. It ain't a bad one.
Oh yeah. Okay, I know what you're talking about.
It's a homie funny video.
Yeah. But we got to St. Lucia. It was Floetry, Yellow Jackets and Brian McKnight on the
Yep.
same ticket.
Yep.
That's a weird behind ticket.
Wow.
Floetree, Yellow Jackets, and Brian McKnight. So we get to the curve, like it was like time for us to go down sound check, and we all out there on the curve. It's us, it's me, Thad, Spank on the curve with Yellow Jackets. First of all, they're our heroes, so that was unbelievable that we were on the same bill as people we would play in church. We would play their stuff in church.
Right.
So we sit next to the Yellow Jackets and it gets rained out. Like we trying to go to sound check, but it's pouring raining. So they tell us, yo, sound check is going to be canceled. So we're having a dialogue with Jimmy Haslip, Russell Ferrante, Marcus Beller, and them jokers is like, yo, while we talking, they're like, yo, since we can't go to sound check, they invited us to their room. So me, Spank, and Thad is hanging out with Yellow Jackets in their room, and we're playing for them Life. We're playing the Life album before it came out, and Yellow Jackets is in there going crazy over the Life album. Like, are you kidding me? They're saying this to us. Like, are you kidding me? So what was crazy about that gig was the gigs gets canceled. The whole situation gets canceled because the rain won't stop. It's an outside situation. Man, after the rain stopped, we all in our room sleeping, think we're not gonna get to do no show. And the people came and knocked on our door like, yo, oh my God, where'd you find that?
Yes, sir. Come
Where
on,
did
man.
you
I got a
find that?
stash up in this joint, bro.
Dog, I need all of
man.
that.
I got
need all
stash,
that.
man. Come
Bro.
on, sir.
So all I remember was the island, they asked, yo, we know the whole situation is canceled. We want to still see Floetree. So they put a stage together, put a rig together. It had to be, oh my God. Oh my God. Yo, I need all of these pictures.
Yes, sir.
You are killing me right now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dog, they put a stage together, and even though Brian McKnight, he probably left, Yellow Jackets probably rolled out, they made Floetree still perform a show like midnight that night. Dog, we did a show from like midnight to 2 a.m, and we took every Floetree song and reggaeed it out. That was the most hard. It was still raining, but we was hitting so hard. We just recreated a show for the island that night. That was probably one of the most epic shows. To this day, I wish somebody captured that on tape. But
look, this is a typical look, Smurf. When they gave them solos, that's Marcianette every time. They would just sit there, and Natalie would just turn into a preacher. She'd be like, "Oh, let's give thanks. Let's give thanks. Let's give thanks to the Most High.
Let's give thanks to the Most High.
Let's give thanks to the Most High God." Oh,
Wow.
Because some Negroes take solos, and it's like,
how do
church,
you
man.
have these pictures, bro?
Hey, Parris. So look,
that picture right there on the bottom right is killing me. I remember that.
But wait a minute, Smurf, look at Parris in the picture and look at Parris now at 40. It's the same dude. It's the same exact guy. Bradshaw wish he looked that good. Look at Bradshaw. He wish he looked that good. Even Terry matured, but look at Parris's face. He looks the same now as in that picture.
Parris, you are still 16.
Brandon, you are absolutely right, Brandon. That is Marcus.
That's Marcus Bailey. Yeah.
Listen,
that's when he was rocking with Yellow Jackets.
Yo, Marcus is so like it. That's what I loved about the crew. We all in St. Lucia. And this is like, yo, what's up? Let's roll. Let's do it.
Keith, do you remember when we was in St. Lucia? You know how they will always have in those islands. They would have like somebody in the restaurant doing music.
Yes.
We went down there one night.
Smurf, listen to this.
Kicked them off their instrument. But it happened one by one though. It was like first I think Thad got on. Well, he went by Terry back then. But first he got on like, hey, can I play? He's like, oh, you play? Yeah, come play. They let Terry play. Spanky jumped on. Then that's I ended up on keys, and we was the one we took over. Like in the joint, and the people was partying so hard, but the guys was mad. Like right? Oh, can we get our gig back? Like we basically closed out the restaurant. Just get those times were so freaking
look,
fun.
Jay
man.
Irvin looking for the band. We like, yo, y'all get some sleep. It's like, yo, where they at? We come in the next day and people they shaking hands with people like, yo, where you know them from? Oh, we was gigging last night. It's like, where the heck was y'all at, man? Like
we took over, man. That was. We were so locked though. Everybody was so locked. Like our whole crew was like, it was so locked, man. The camaraderie, like I said, like I don't remember ever having no beef with anybody in Philly. Like none of the crews. Like we never heard of nobody fighting. At least, I mean, you probably had minor people with minor disputes, but
Right.
the keyboard players, I don't remember the keyboard players ever having.
Y'all can go ahead and say it. We got to keep the drummers in prayer.
The drummers is a different story. The drummers is something else. They got egos. They got egos. They can't get past it. But the keyboard players, to this day, we all brothers. Like to this day, Omar, Jamar, James. Like it ain't. It's all love. Like those are some amazing times, man.
So look, check this out, Smurf. Look, I'm practicing over here. So Smurf, check this out.
These pictures is killing me.
So Parris, I want to mess with Smurf on the fact of, okay, they said it's not a keyboardist thing to fight. Look, see? All right, Ralph. See, Ralph said
That's
it's
true.
not.
That's true, Dan.
They just talk it out and be like, we're going to respect each other gangster, right? It's like, no. But listen, so Parris, I'm going to make you laugh. I'm chilling at home. You know, we in COVID-19, and was it during COVID or something? So Daryl, so that's Aisha's husband. So that's my cousin Tremaine's sister, Aisha. That's her husband. So, you know, me and Daryl, we tight. Daryl would text me like, yo, cuz, you know, check the joint out. And so I look at the thing, I'm rocking like, oh, the band is going. You like, okay, I see Eric Rover sitting on the joint. They flipping songs and stuff. You jamming to it. And then Trina's singing. And what happened was I had already seen the text. And I just was seeing Smurf name, and people was like, this nigga here. And so, Parris, I don't know if you, because we all busy, and you know, and I'm going to be honest, we all will be like, oh, Parris is doing something. You just kind of like, we're all guilty of this. It's like, Parris is dope, so you don't listen to the whole album. You know, not yet. You kind of compartmentalize, like, I'll get to it, because I'm already convinced it's dope. Jamar album came out. Last night was the first time I let it play through, because I was just like, it's Jamar. So Troy Chambers worked with James Hall. You like, I get to it, because you already have said these people are dope. Brandon, that's my dude. I'm like, oh, that's dope. But this time, I actually, because Daryl was like, yo, I want you to watch it. So I'm watching the joint, and I heard some buzzes about, yo, did you hear the part? Everything is jamming. Band is crushing. Then it gets to this solo. And I knew exactly when the moment came. I said, I was about to cuss. I was like, this guy here. And it's typical Smurf. So Parris's thing is this, Johnny. Parris's joint is just, right? That's just, Parris just do that when he do something dope. James just drops the head and just do this, and James do something dope. Smurf smiles when he does something real dope. Smurf kind of is like, right?
Start laughing.
You see him cheesing, and it's a part in the song where she's singing, and Smurf does some kind of something that's so stupid. I was like, dog, y'all shout out if y'all know what I'm talking about. Listen, that's it. Brandon, no. Did you hear the part? And it's like every musician was like, this guy right there. That, out of all that he played, it was that one spot. And I'm like, Smurf, what was going through? He was like, you know, I was just playing, and then I just hit something, and it's like, that's not just something, that's ridiculous, man. Smurf.
The next wave.
Smurf, did you have to listen back to it yourself to hear what you did? Wait, he talking. Did your audio go out? The audio went out. Somebody's trying to call you because they saw you live.
Right. If you get a text or something while you're in the middle of it.
Oh, okay. Shout out to Ecamm, Ken, and Glenn. When you get a text, it knocks it out. Clear that up with Google. Look at Smurf. He's trying to figure out tech, and he's smiling, though. Look at him. Look at him. He's smiling, figuring out text. Look, he like, Doc, I don't know what happened.
He'll have two hands up like this. Like.
It ain't you, Smurf. Bang and call right back. It's not you. It's not you. Bang on it and just call right back. See? Somebody typed it in earlier. If something happened, hang up, call right back.
Hang up, call right back.
Hang up, you call right back.
That's a jingle.
That's Usher. You got it bad.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? Hang up the phone, you call right back.
That record came out when I got married. I remember that record.
Oh my gosh. Smurf, can we hear you?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you. We got you back. We got you back. You on there. You on there. Go ahead, man.
Man, honestly, I don't really know what. I just play. I can't even tell you. I don't have no rhyme or reason. I just whatever comes out. If I land it, I land it. I don't know. I just like to have fun, man.
Even in the video, everybody was like, you seen, like, the video still captured that people were listening to. Was it Trina singing?
Yeah, Trina's a monster.
Trina she out of control. She out of control. But me and Tamika are the tight ones, and then my wife, she loves Trina. She's a Trina fan. I'm always going to rock and roll with Tamika Furby, and that's our little joke with the Furby sisters. But Trina she's a wild.
They Phillies Clark sisters. That's how I look at them.
That's what I said. But here's what jacked me up. Here's what jacked me up. I'm playing the organ out at Damon Jones Church, so I'm in pastor mode, but then it was just like, the funniest thing is, I believe I'm washed up and I suck now, but every now and again, you'll run into a cat that's dope, but they don't know certain songs, and everybody kind of look at me like,
cover them.
You know what I mean? They like, yo, we need an OG up in this joint. So I get on and rock out, right? But I'm over at the church, and I think I had to preach or something. Trina is on the bass.
Excuse me?
Wait, did you know that?
For real?
No.
And can play though.
Like
no
she was.
play.
It was one of them joints where you gotta call the note, like you have to call it out to her, but she picks it right up. And it was like regular praise and worship songs, like the average. Every church do a playlist of certain songs. She knows those songs.
Oh shoot!
So I thought she was a different chick on the bass, because it's like, her hair. You never know what her hair going to be. You never know. So you come in like, oh, okay, that's my girl. But she was on the bass, and I was just like, oh, they got a nice, girls playing the bass, and it was her. It was
That's
a problem. It was a problem. So wait. You know what? I'm gonna do this before we go too far. Smurf, you ready for this? So listen, y'all. I got a little competition thing to do, and what I want to do is, let me get my joint ready. Brandon, you got to stay here for this. Whoever puts on the screen. So this is how it's gonna work. If you put up on the screen first, whatever you always going to catch Smurf eating at a gig, the first person to put it up, I am going to cash app you $50. I'm going to cash app you $50. Whichever one comes up on my screen first, whoever puts it up, I'm going to cash app you the $50. Okay? So listen. Here we go. Let me see if I can find this. All right.
Stop the press. I'm here to talk about my man Smurf. Boy, that boy can play that organ. He can play it he's so cold with it, boy. He warm you up inside, make you feel warm and nice and religious. But did y'all know his favorite snack? I remember doing this show with Smurf, and every time we take a break, he was just munching on something over there. I said, what are you munching on, bro?
Who knows what that is? Please type it in the column. It is not Skittles. That is the incorrect answer. Don't say it, Parris. If you know, Smurf, don't say nothing. Whoever puts it on the screen first,
I knew it when
you are going to get cash app a whole $50 from me if you find out what it is. I'm going to start this from the beginning once again, and whoever gets it right.
Stop the press. I'm here to talk about my man Smurf. Boy, that boy can play that organ. He can play it he's so cold with it, boy. He warm you up inside, make you feel warm and nice and religious. But did y'all know?
It ain't Cheetos, Jermaine.
His favorite snack.
Here it goes.
I remember doing this show with Smurf, and every time we take a break, he was just munching on something over there. I said, what are you munching on, bro?
Listen, I'm trying to give y'all a chance because I don't want to play the rest of what Brian said until, listen, let me put myself on the screen. It's not gummy bears. It's not gummy bears. No hints. No hints, dude. I'm giving up $50. There's no hints.
You can't tell him.
There's no hints in this whole situation. Listen, I am going to hold it. Like, nobody knows? I'm trying to figure out who knows Smurf, for real. Parris knows it. I think Parris knows exactly what it is.
Oh yeah, you already know.
Parris knows. I'm trying to help y'all again.
Stop.
This is so good. I like playing this.
I'm here to talk about my man Smurf. Boy, that boy can play that organ. He can play it he's so cold with it. Boy.
Listen what Brian said.
He warm you up inside, make you feel warm and nice and religious. But did y'all know his favorite snack? I remember doing this show with Smurf, and every time we take a break, he was just munching on something over there. I said, what are you munching on, bro?
Are y'all kidding me? Y'all don't. I need to call somebody that know how to gig. Let me see. You know what?
You gotta call Daryl. You gotta call one of them. You gotta call.
Wait. You know what? You know what?
Origin.
You know what's funny?
Origin.
You know what's funny? And don't y'all look. Come on, Siobhan. Look, they said nice and religious. Brian said
that crap was hilarious.
Brian said nice and religious. Oh my God. Wait, hold on 1 second. Oh man, it's about to be a problem right now. It's about to be a serious problem right now. Y'all wait 1 second. Nobody got it. This is crazy. Y'all just naming the candy store. Y'all don't know Smurf like that.
It's two things I'm thinking of.
Don't you say it. You can't say it, Parris.
It's two specific things I'm thinking of.
Don't say it though, Parris.
See, if this was a TV show, they would know this character based off of what he do.
Now, y'all reaching right now. You know what? I'm just going.
Y'all going back to some classics.
Listen, man. Y'all reminded me of some classics. Smurf, why don't you throw a plug for what y'all got to practice over the weekend? So y'all doing something on Monday. Why don't you just drop that in real quick? Johnnie Brickhouse got the money. Johnnie Brickhouse got the money. Johnnie, I got you, bro.
Oh,
I got you.
Shoot.
I got you, Johnnie Brickhouse.
Oh,
Put your Cash App on the screen. Text me personally. I got your money. I got your money. He said, listen, see? Y'all done jacked up.
Instagram.
Oh my gosh. Y'all didn't know it. Here we go. We're going to play the second half of this whole thing right now. I'm playing it all the way through.
Stop the press. I'm here to talk about my man Smurf. Boy, that boy can play that organ. He can play it he's so cold with it, boy. He warm you up inside, make you feel warm and nice and religious. But did y'all know his favorite snack? I remember doing this show with Smurf, and every time we take a break, he was just munching on something over there. I said, what are you munching on, bro?
The second part coming right up. Here it is. The second part. I'll put Parris on the screen so we can get his reaction as well. Parris dropped out. Okay.
He pulled up this big bag, yellow bag with the lime green writing on it, and it said Funyuns. I looked over there. He pulled up this big bag, yellow.
Faithful.
My fault. Wait a minute. Where did Brian go? I lost Brian. Hold up. Let me get back to Brian. Here we go. I'm going to skip right to it.
Stop.
Look. There it is. And there we have it. There it is.
Okay.
Look,
he pulled up this big bag, yellow bag with the lime green writing on it, and it said Funyuns. Y'all didn't know. F onions, okay? That's how you spell it. All right, fine. So whenever you see Smurf, let him know that he is the official Funyun King.
And there we have it. Smurf is the official Funyun King, certified and solidified by the Brian Frasier-Moore.
Certified by who? My God.
Drop the phone. Just drop it. Just drop it.
I'm out of here.
Y'all crazy.
So there you have it. Brian Moore, he sends his love, man. Brian he said, I got one of the funniest stories on Smurf. Why did Brickhouse say you left the bag on the organ? That's religious with Funyuns, man.
Yo, oh my God, yo, I feel like I stink now just from the story.
Hey, so are you going to bring Funyuns to the live on Monday?
Man, I ain't never bringing no Funyuns in there.
Get certified by God. Listen. Tanya, I'm working on my stuff. Funyuns. Listen, Sandra, did he ever play in your church? Shout out to every pastor who had to put the bag away, or any cleanup crew. If you find a Funyun bag in church, it's Smurf.
You know who it is.
You know exactly who it is. If you find Funyuns in your church,
all roads
when we get through this pandemic, or if y'all safely having service, if you find a bag of Funyuns, call Smurf. Okay, call Smurf and tell him you owe extra to the cleanup crew for leaving a bag of Funyuns.
or when you book him to come to your church, make sure he got Funyuns in that green room.
Funyuns got to be in the green room. There it is.
That's on his rider.
Be like,
me my Funyuns.
He'd be like, Smurf, how much you need to come down and play Sunday? He gonna say, I need X amount of dollars and a bag of Funyuns.
They like, what? Listen, where you think the oil come from?
Woo, yo, Brian blessed my soul last night. Hold up, you don't understand the B-roll though. The B-roll was the problem. wait a minute, let me see.
It's all about that phone falling, bro.
Listen, the phone. No, Brian had to drop the phone. Wait a minute, let me see. Smurf, you want a good laugh? I got a good laugh for you, man. Wait 1 second. We're going. Brian is my dude, man. Where's it at? I got Brian on here. Where'd I put Brian at? Brian sat on there. He was so excited, man, to sit there. He was so excited to do this. He said, "Oh man, I got one for you." He was lit too, and so he said, he said the other one. So Brian was going, and here's what he said, John. He said, "Oh man," he said, "Smurf is the queen, the king." He said, "We gotta take that over." We both was like, let's rewind it back and do that again. I said, say the king of Funyuns, you know.
Oh my God. Yo, that is funny. But you know what was funny? That day when I pulled that bag out, he was like, Smurf, no, you not eating no Funyuns. I was like, man, I'm so hungry. I'm so hungry. He was like, yo, man, take a picture and tag Funyuns on Instagram, and let's get you a Funyun endorsement.
Listen, we need a Smurf Funyun endorsement. That's what I'm talking about. Listen, next time you on the road with Common, I need you to take a picture backstage, get Common in the backdrop, and have Funyuns in between. Just have Common in the bokeh effect. Just have him in the bokeh. Have you slightly blurred and have Funyuns right there. That's it. Or what you do is let somebody videotape you in the middle of the concert when you take a solo and just show the bag. Can you take me on the road with you? I'm gonna take the gimbal and just go past you like this and show the Funyun bag, and I'm gonna get you the endorsement.
I think, how about when I play a chord, I just pull one out and eat it?
Yeah, just eat the Funyun.
Oh my God.
My wife eat them things.
Commercial.
I'm like, why do you eat them things? Listen, y'all married, so y'all know. I hope y'all don't have this problem in your house. Tina will have a grub bag on the side of the bed, and she will faithfully have either Funyuns, sunflower seeds, or salt and vinegar chips. Okay?
Oh, man.
I don't know if there's anybody else that got that happening in their marriage. My wife would listen when I wake up to take my vitamins and stuff. I just reach over my wife and get a drink, cause she got either she got warm ginger ale or she got a bottle of water or something.
Warm ginger ale.
Cause you know she take it out the refrigerator, it's cold, and then it get warm overnight cause she don't finish drinking it.
Dude, that's so real.
No, my situation is, we got all the candy you can take in this house. It's like you got Swedish Fish. You got Annihilators. You
Oh
got
my God.
Snickers. You got all.
Them
you got
Swedish Fish,
everything.
boy.
Oh Lord, Zach got a serious problem.
Hey, listen,
She gonna start the kitchen up.
Baked cookies.
She do Terry cooking.
Oh my God.
oh, that is hilarious.
Tanya said ginger ale is the universal drink. It sure is, sis.
Listen.
My wife do Canada Dry, organic, Seagrams. It don't matter. It don't matter.
Which one is the strongest?
Well, we get an organic for the strongest one, and then you gotta get something from a Jamaican, man. You gotta get the real ginger.
I think Seagram's is strongest.
Seagram is strong.
Seagram is a beast.
It is. It is. So look, y'all, I'm gonna put y'all two on the screen. Tell us what we need to expect for Monday. I'm sorry, we having so much fun I didn't even get to it. Tell us what we need to expect on Monday. I'm gonna go to another scene. I'm gonna get both of y'all on it, and I'm gonna decrease while y'all increase. That is so churchy, ain't it? Right now, I bring to you someone whose shoelaces I can't tie, and I'm going to decrease while they increase. It's on y'all too. Y'all go ahead, man. What's going on Monday, man? Tell us.
Murph, it's your party, Doc.
Man. Oh, Doc. So
look, he said Doc. Why I gotta be Doc? Why can't I be Keith? Why keyboard play? You hold up. Did you ever notice? You know what? See, y'all done messed up. I'm gonna be honest. Now, Zach, help me out with this. Keyboard players. Yeah, keyboard players call each other Doc. You notice drummers never call us Doc.
No, drummers get mad when you say Doc.
Yeah, drummers don't say
on,
Doc.
man.
Bass players don't really say Doc. It's a keyboardist thing. Keyboardists run into each other. We go Doc. Bass players would be like, "Yo, cuz, what's going on, fam?" Like they don't give a darn.
I told you Zach was running the city. Zach started it.
Zach started it.
yeah,
Doc.
yeah, that was definitely Zach. He definitely started it.
All right, start again,
blaming
Smurf. You said Doc. So go ahead, and I'm gonna do some tiny spicy chicken in the background while you talking. Go ahead.
All right, so what you can expect on Monday is it's a 2-set concert, and we got Tiny Spicy Chicken. They gonna be there smashing. They gonna kill, man. And then, man, first of all, the rehearsal was crazy, and their set. Wait, I can't wait to see what Parris is just he's from another planet, for real.
Oh man,
So,
nah,
man, I can't to see what they gonna do, and then we're gonna come on right after Tiny Spicy Chicken, and we're gonna do a couple of songs, and man, we just having fun. We on stage just rocking out, just having a good time. No, nothing forced, just brothers getting on stage having a good time. That's all.
Yeah, we just celebrate my brother's life, man. That's all it is.
Parris, you want to add something to it?
I will say,
go ahead, Smurf. Go ahead, Smurf.
But what I will say is, please, if y'all can, just like and share with everybody, because we want to give people God and good music. That's all.
Now, are y'all going to both of your YouTube pages, or is it going to be a particular YouTube page?
It's going to be on my Facebook and my YouTube channel as well. It's going to be streaming on both of them.
Okay.
Man,
okay.
I wonder is there a way that we can stream it from all of ours, like all four?
You can.
You can do the what's the
watch
name?
party.
The parties, the watch parties.
Watch party, share, all of that stuff. You can play it. Like it's gonna be crazy. And so here's what I want everybody to do though. So everybody watching, if you are a musician, producer, songwriter, or just you love music, take Monday and go ahead and share it. Watch it. Like jump on there. And especially when people are on YouTube, sometimes y'all, this is what's gonna happen. If you don't have time to watch it, do like you do in Clubhouse. You go in the room and you just sit the phone down. Okay. It's a musical, so you get to see them, but you also get to hear them. And so because you get both, just go ahead and log in. So y'all did send me the flyer. Listen, go to their pages. So I was supposed to have this together. Y'all did give me the information. I'm going to dig it out right now and throw it on the screen because I asked y'all for it, and I'm going to throw it up on the screen. But why don't y'all announce what page it's going to be on, and I'm going to dig up this stuff right now.
Okay. It's going to be on Johnnie Smurf Smith on Facebook, and on YouTube. It's going to be on Johnnie Smurf Smith YouTube channel as well. So y'all definitely can find it on both networks, and have a good time.
And so, are you going to be on Facebook and YouTube, or just pretty much YouTube?
Both, Facebook and YouTube.
Okay, so you're going to send. Matter of fact, you know what? I got a flyer to drop over because I think you sent it to me already. Did you send me the flyer, Johnny?
Here, let me see. I probably can definitely send it real quick again.
If you didn't send me the flyer, this is no fault of theirs. I always like to throw the disclaimer so people like, they need to have their stuff prepared. It ain't their fault. It's my fault. It's the first time I've been on in like a month for real, so y'all blame it on me, okay? Zach, we all know Zach have his show. Zach's going to throw it out there for his show.
Oh, word.
Oh, listen. Me and Zach, we dedicated to this. Like, honestly, like, whenever y'all see me, and to everybody, I try my best to go ahead and drop the names. If you are here right now, put in the column right now. Anybody, if you got something going on, a live coming up, go ahead and drop in the column. On the convo, you're not invading my space. We are good. So I don't want nobody feel like you invading the space or you going to shun up. If you dropping an album, just throw it in there. Siobhan can help y'all out with that. She knows how we do. We are promoters. Siobhan Shipman Cook and her husband, we promote it. So also like her husband's page. And listen, I want everybody to go to Smurf and Parris's YouTube, okay? Because we got to get ready for Shift. Because Shift happens, but we got to get ready for it. And so we want to big up these YouTubes. Make sure you subscribe to their page. You don't have to leave and abandon Facebook, but make sure you subscribe. And then let me throw my own plug. Everybody on here, please subscribe to YouTube, theKonvos, okay? Because we'll be over there on that side. Some of you are on both sides. We got Facebook people, but then, wait a minute, why is it playing a Christmas jingle? Play Tiny Spicy Chicken again. Did y'all hear the music in the background? Did you hear it? Did you hear it playing?
No, I didn't hear it.
Okay. Oh, I'm going to turn it up. Can you hear it?
There we go. Yeah. There it is.
This Tiny Spicy Chicken right here.
Ooh, that's stay, right?
Listen,
yes,
that
sir.
Stay Jones just had me going. Here you go.
I gotta let y'all hear the new one when it come out. What y'all hear? Y'all actually you'll hear my new single.
Both of them are dope.
Do it Monday.
This one right here, man, I was like, listen to that my little brother sing.
The ageless one.
Look at my little brother sing. Listen at him. Listen at Lawrence little brother sing. I'm still done. I swear you lying, man. Why don't you just tell the truth? I promise you.
Dad, man.
I'm like, you lying. I'm gonna have to talk to Pops, man. I'm like, somebody got something backwards. You know what I'm saying?
Yo.
And listen, shout out to Rodney. Listen, Rodney is the forever not ever. Rodney's another one. Parris, you got a Rodney type of spirit too.
Rodney don't age.
Rodney don't age. That's another thing. Rodney don't age.
I think Rodney a vampire.
When I had
His voice. That dude is in Twilight. His voice don't age.
He true blood. He true blood.
He true blood.
He true blood. He don't get older. Hey Sookie. Hey Sookie. Hey Sookie.
That
I'm
dude's
not.
voice, man, is like straight water, man. Oh my God, man.
Every time you turn right, he don't age either. Like he don't age. When I had him on the show, when he told us how old he was, I was like, dude, you like great grandpa age, and you don't.
He like Wolverine.
Right.
He like Wolverine. Like, dog, you got a healing
Look,
practice? What's going on?
Parris just dropped the healing word. Listen, because Wolverine, you don't even understand what you just said. Wolverine, when he gets cut, he heals right up, right?
Yep.
Right? So when they slice him up, he heals up, right? This dude been through something where he literally got cut just to heal him, to get healed. He had to get cut and get worked on. He had surgery and stuff. He went through a lot.
Right.
So when you said Wolverine, I'm laughing, but at the same time, you just dropped something that just sent me out here. When you said Wolverine, I thought about it. I was like, that's funny and it's right on point for the healing that God did in his life. You know, you understand what I'm saying? So, yeah, so dude, you just dropped one on us right there. So Monday, everybody, Monday, and it's going to air. Y'all shooting live. Y'all got to get dressed up at 6 o'clock or something, right?
Yep.
Y'all go in and get ready. So y'all got church at a secret location. 'Cause y'all don't want nobody coming in. Y'all want the COVID. Yeah, we don't want the COVID authority coming in there because y'all know if we exactly said where, we don't want a line out there and the cops shutting it down. So you want to be in a safe place and you want to open the phone, open the computer, sit back, relax, and check it out. Okay. Y'all not going to be disappointed. I'm sitting here talking and I'm still looking for the flyer. Gee, listen, Smurf sent this flyer to me. I'm going to get the flyer. I'm going to get the flyer up here. But you know what? So while I'm getting the flyer, right?
Stop the press. I'm here to talk about my man Smurf. Boy, that boy can play that organ. He can play it he's so cold with it, boy. He warm you up inside, make you feel warm and nice and religious. But did y'all know
So stupid.
his favorite snack? I remember doing this show with Smurf, and every time we take a break, he was just munching on something over there. I said, wait, what are you munching on, bro?
I can't, man. I just have to.
Brian, another one, boy. He crazy.
Man, I love Brian, man. Brian will do it,
I
man.
looked over there. He pulled up this big bag, yellow bag with the lime green writing on it, and it said Funyuns. I looked over there. He pulled up this big bag, yellow bag with the lime green writing on it, and it said Funyuns.
How you
If y'all
spell it?
didn't know, F onions, okay? That's how you spell it. All right, fine. So whenever you see Smurf, let him know that he is the official Funyun King.
Oh my gosh. And there we have it. Smurf is the official Funyun King, certified and
That's a commercial
solidified
right there.
by the Brian Frasier-Moore.
Certified by who? My God.
Drop the phone. Just drop it. Just drop it.
I'm out of here.
Oh my God, he's an idiot.
Dude, I can't, man. You need to talk to your boy, man. He remember it in his soul though. He said it fresh, like he was in the moment of that time. He was in the moment on that, Smurf.
Like you made an impression on him.
Wait, the sound went out. Smurf, your sound went out. Let's see. Did he get it? Or you gotta hang up and call right back? Or you gonna twist it? Nope, it still ain't happening. Look, see, that's it. Hang up, then you call right back. Come on, tune me up, Parris. Hang up, and the Nord.
I wish I was in my keyboard.
You
I'm on it.
You the Nord King. Now look, let me see how I put him back on here. Okay, let me hit. There we go. I'm working this thing. I'm gonna have this thing right by February. Hang up and you call right back. Listen, hold up, wait a minute. Somebody say sneaker preach. That's a sneaker preach moment right there. See what I do? I do a thing called sneaker preach, and that's hashtag SAP. Watch the people. Hashtag SAP. That's sneaker preach. Sneaker preach is this: if ever the host don't hear you, hang up, call right back.
There it is. There it is. There it is.
My God.
Man.
If the host don't hear you,
Where the hoop triggers at, Doc?
just hang up and call right back.
You need the hoop triggers right now, Doc.
Oh, man.
The host said, I can see you, but I don't hear you. Y'all don't hear me? Yeah.
I wish I had hoop triggers.
Hey, listen, you don't need the hoop triggers, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all used to make me laugh. I was scared to hoop when you and Smurf would show up to the church. I'd be scared to hoop. Look, Smurf, you still there? Smurf? Look, it's just getting the frames of him laughing.
He frozen laughing.
Look, you got it. Look, he on the road.
Yeah. Right. I feel like I'm with a choir when they be doing the moves.
What the joint? Yo, listen, I don't even want to get started because Zach, I love to see Zach get up and do. Remember back in the day when Zach could direct like this, and then when he got older, you know the OGs, they get out there now, they just be like. I love you, Zach. Look. It's more so the shake of the head, like, y'all know what I need. I ain't finna be jumping like I used to. Y'all know what I need right there. Oh my gosh. Go ahead. What you gonna say?
Let me ask a question.
Yes.
What was one of y'all most scariest moments playing as a musician?
Oh, scariest?
Yes.
What you mean, like at? Well, I ain't gig like y'all. You mean like at church or something?
My God, I got butterflies in my stomach. I am nervous. I don't know. I'm just scared.
No, where were you
whether
at?
It was service, whether it's a service, whether it's on the main stage, whether it's in the studio. Any situation that y'all was like, yo, I got butterflies in my stomach right now. This is gonna be the most scariest moment that I ever played in.
What you know? What the one I remembered was it was a hard song to play, and it was one of those intros that you gotta practice in your head before that Sunday, and I swore they wasn't gonna ask to sing it. And they did, and I forgot the intro. Like, it was like one of them, more than anything. Oh, yeah. Remember that I'd rather have Jesus?
Rather have Jesus? That's my
because the intro, it's like you know it,
crazy.
But you forgot it. And then when they say, oh, sing that song, and you like, that ain't what we practice. And you kind of sitting there, and it's like the band knows the song, but it got to start with the keys, and they looking at you like, okay, we waiting on him. And you're sitting there, this is before iTunes and having it in your ear real quick. You know, like now, when the church say something, you be like this. You just like, yo, what songs y'all sing? You be like, what song is that? Cats be in the corner, and you kind of like, oh, they playing key bass, but it's a bass player. The bass player over there like this. When Ray Ray was playing the church, he go over there like this, listen to it real quick, be like, okay, I got it. Back then, couldn't do that. So you kind of had to, you like, please, Lord, don't fail me now. Don't fail me. Don't fail me. But since you started it, I'm going to let you and Parris say it, but I'm going to tell you all the funniest joint we remember. And this is why James is the GOAT. Y'all ready for this? James is the GOAT.
Uh-oh.
Here's what happened. It is, y'all remember Victor Duplay, right?
Oh, yeah.
So Victor Duplay is all of us down at the Clef Club, Broad Street. Okay. And Jill's album just came out. We blowing up and everything. And y'all know how silly we act. We just silly as jacks. And we're down in the basement, and it's the Roots, it's us. So it's like, okay, when you got Amir and James in the room, and you got a baby grand squeezed in the corner and a little 3-piece drum set, it's kind of like the only two people that need to be on the instrument is James and Amir, right? It's just it. So Jill's there, and they like, oh yeah, Jill, like, sing one of your songs, you know. So they were like, of course, it's Is It the Way, He Loves Me, and then it's also like maybe Long Walk or something. So James is like, these y'all songs, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, me and Vidal and Dre are musicians, but it's kind of like, at that point, it's like, it's your song, play your song. Now, I'm cool. I got 4 chords. Bloom, you love me, bloom, it's special, bloom, I'm done, right? And so I'm forgetting bloom, boom, I'm like, okay, it's real easy. I'm cool. Vidal and Dre drummers, so they like, one of y'all can play my song, and I'm like, I ain't the one. Like, you know, I'm like, you play your joint. So it's like, why don't y'all play your song? The problem was we all got caught out there with that transpose in the studio. So it's like, I think James is like, Vidal, what key is the song in? And it was one of these moments where we all was like, we know everybody that helped play on it, it was in E flat, but we're not sure if it's in E flat.
Might have been F sharp.
So thank God you got like a James Poison who's like, show me a couple of the chords, and it's like, Vidal was show him the chord, but the thing is, the chord he showed him ain't the key it's supposed to be in. So it's like you gotta, in your head, you gotta like shift to where it's supposed to be at, and it's just like, so Jeff is like cussing us out. He's like, man, that's why I told y'all stop using transpose, man. That's why I told y'all to stop using. It was like, you're doing production. You got to do it where it's easy. You know what I'm saying? And they ain't trying to be the keyboard players, but it was like, I probably did one song when the artist was like, drop the key. And then when it came time to play the bridge, I was like, oh, dang. So, and it's like, and people like, you the keyboard player. That's when I was just like, I got to learn how to practice in all my keys, because,
Oh, my God.
Nah. Or like one of them songs where it's like a tricky way to play it. Or, no, here's the best one. It's like, I will bless the Lord. Like, it take a lot to learn that song. So when somebody come up and be like, drop it down the key in the middle of the service, you like, no. You will not sing it in that key. You sing it in the key I know. Drink some tea and some honey. Swallow some honey and get up. Sing the key right. Don't tell me to play Awesome God in the key of G. Don't tell me to play Awesome God in the key of A. Stop it. I just wanna praise you. You start in F sharp, you go to G, you go to A flat. They go, let's take it up one more. No.
We cap it off at A flat.
Stop.
That's it.
A flat is that's it. Don't you go up no more.
Cap it off.
That's the destination.
We going up one more. No. My name is not Parris, Smurf, Omar, James, June, Zach, none of them. Brandon, no. I'm Keith Pelzer. Stop.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God.
Parris ain't never had no nervous moment, did you, Parris?
Victory. Yes.
Uh-oh. What happened in Parris?
I was pissing my pants. Victory was...
What happened?
Victory was... First of all, we didn't know it was going to be that packed. In fact, you know how Deliverance, nobody packs Deliverance out. So
right.
You know you're doing good at Deliverance if you got the bottom half. The bottom section is filled, and you're like, yo, we won.
Right.
So we get there, it's packed to capacity and 1,000 people outside. But what makes it worse is you got everybody who I look up to in the audience. Like Warren Campbell.
Oh,
yeah, Warren
yikes.
Campbell, Aaron Lindsay, Kim Burrell, Mary Hez, Donnie McClurkin. And then you look on the right, you got Teddy Riley, Damian Hall, Aaron Hall. Like, what in the world are they doing here?
Wow.
And what was worse was before, like Ty had been practicing for months. Who else but God? That was a Ty and choir moment. Ty decided that day, I'm not playing it. I'm not gonna put a piano on stage. Parris, you gotta play it. Like, wait, what you mean? Like, you gotta play it. So in Deliverance, I went back into like maybe about an hour or two before I go back into the choir room, get on the upright piano, and I'm sitting here trying to go through those changes. If you know anything about Who Else But God, it don't stay in one key.
Right.
It goes from A flat to C flat to C sharp, and then he do some weird moves in there, and then it starts dipping around in the whole step from that and moves around. Dog, I was in that back sweating bullets, like. And so when you watch the DVD, when we get to the whole recording, I'm good for the entire recording. The whole recording, my mind is literally thinking about how am I gonna play this song in front of all of these jokers, and I never played it. Never did it with sound check. Never practiced it with the singers.
Right.
So when you watch the DVD, you see Ty directed me on that.
Wow.
That's the song where he's people think that's like a part of the show. Nah, he had to direct me because I didn't know it. So only thing I knew was the key changes. I knew what the key changes was. I just didn't know when to come into it. So he had to let me know on the spot. And that's before we had in-ears. That was when it was monitors. So you ain't had nobody in your ear telling you go to A flat. Go. It was none of that. So
Jeez.
he ruined my night because I was good for the whole recording.
He
I was
feel that in
prepared
his
for the
soul.
session.
He feel it in his soul. Come on, sir. Come on.
Listen, I was prepared for the session. I was good. You got your regular jitters and nerves, but when you throw in a curveball like you're gonna play the piano song tonight, the Who Else But God, where it's just you and the vocals, and it's a sensitive joint. I'm not no Benjamin Love. I'm not on my Kevin Bond. I ain't have none of that. So I'll never forget, when I ain't gonna hold you that night, I was like, that was the whole point of the recording for me was that song.
Wow.
Everything else I was good on. But then I never forget Omar came to me years ago, and this meant a lot to me because he's my big brother. Omar was like, he's like, I'm listening to the Victory Live, and you get the Who Else But God. He said, the way you played that, John. He said, that was some grown man stuff, and he just gave me the biggest compliment. He was like, I didn't know you played piano like that in that way.
Wow.
And I was like, dog, I said, I didn't get a chance I only got to play that song maybe 2 hours before learning it. So, when you just learn a song, you ain't got no room to do a lot of extra stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You're just strictly about the music, like what that is. You're not going to do, I'm not doing the runs. You hear me doing all of that stuff on that record. Like, I was like, part of it was nerves, though. It was like, you know how you overplay when you got nerves, you do certain things, you got nerves. So that was like the most scariest moment of my career because I'm looking at Warren Campbell, Aaron Lindsey, Teddy Riley. Not to mention, Dana Ty would cuss me out if I wasn't playing it right. So
what? So
we got through that song, and I felt like I was good after we got through that song.
Oh my gosh, dude!
Crazy, bro.
Smurf, what was yours again? You got another one?
Man, so I honestly, I'm torn between which one I want to tell because it was, I would say one of my, all right, I'll just say this one. It's two moments that come to me that like legit, that was like the scariest moments of my life.
Wow.
I would say, man, both of them were so scary. All right, let me just say one. So I remember we were at the Montreal, I think, Jazz Festival, and we had Common called me out to do a piano solo.
Uh-oh.
And right before we went on stage, Herbie Hancock he shook my hand before we went on stage.
Oh,
that's not good.
That's another level.
I have to do a piano solo. So I remember serious, and I said, Clay, I hope Common don't call me for the solo. I was like the master is sitting right in front of us.
Right.
And Clay said something that really it changed my whole way of thinking. He said, Smurf, there's nothing that he's never heard. He was like, just do it from your heart. And he was like, everything else will work out itself. He was like, you can't do nothing to impress that man.
Wow.
He was like, understand that. But if you feel it, you did your job.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
And
that's great.
And that was, God, it changed everything for me. And I was at ease, but it was like still the master, the keyboard master is sitting here on the second row, and not to mention Derek Hodge was sitting 2 rows behind him, and he videotaped the whole thing of us doing the solo and Herbie Hancock reaction as well at the same time. That was one of my scariest moments, and I gotta say this one. The other scariest moment was the first time we ever did the Stella Awards with Mary Mary.
I remember.
Yesterday.
Wow.
I was there.
Wow.
Bro, when I tell you, it was like I was in my head so much that I forgot. Like, you know how you know the song, but you overthinking
of course
the whole thing, and you're in your head. So I remember one time, it was like 2 moments in that song I forgot the song, and it was strictly muscle memory. Muscle memory.
Wow.
Because I looked in and this is my first time ever being around all the people I respected and looked up to. It was you got the Clark sisters right there. You got Yolanda Adams. You got what's his name, Richard Smallwood. You got all these people in this audience, and they're just like, I was a nervous wreck. Zach, you was there.
Y'all churched it. Y'all churched it after that. I remember that.
Wow.
They danced. They danced right
Y'all
after.
danced, dog.
And
We was in the audience going crazy.
Wow.
And
but I'm gonna tell you.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna tell you that night after we finished. So confidence and embarrassing moment the next day.
Wow.
Yeah, we did a show in Alabama. I'm gonna tell you how God will keep you so humble. We went to Alabama. This is when Spank he started playing for Mary and Mary, and then he had I guess he took a sabbatical from Ty at the moment. So,
didn't we all? I know. Sabbaticals.
Yeah.
Come on, sabbaticals.
So last night we went to Alabama. We did a show. We went on right before. No, we went on right after Ty. And it was this worship moment that comes after I Just Can't Give Up Now. I come too far from where we started from. So it's this worship moment and the music breakdown. So remember back in the day how we used to have to MIDI the two keyboards together?
Mm-hmm.
But if you on one keyboard, the other keyboard will respond or react at times. Because I had a Triton and a RD 700.
Okay.
I changed the sound to go to the Rhodes. The top of the Triton went to this drum sound.
Oh.
Yeah. So the worship moment happened, and it was this drum became.
I know that sound.
The blood of Jesus. So we yanking out Adam yanking out chords from Pro Tools, and the sound is still going. I got my head down like this under the keyboard, like this, turning it down. I'm like, yo, I was like,
that's
I'm
so
getting fired
embarrassing.
today. I was like,
I
bro,
can't.
I'm telling you. So it went from having one of the most fearful but yet firing and uplifting nights to that next day, God humbling me on such a level. I was like, I would double check everything. Went from worship to praise in 2 seconds. In the blink of an eye, for real.
Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy, man. That's those memorable moments, man, when stuff just shuts off, something happens, you hit the wrong buttons or something like that, man. That's why let's give God thanks for a Hammond. The worst thing can happen is to let the power just go out. You know what I'm saying? And then the all time is an acoustic piano, I mean, or a Rhodes. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, I've seen so many things happen with electronics that's like epic failures could happen. Woo, man.
Dog, I did a whole concert with Israel where I never run tracks for Israel. I was just strictly mains with Iz. One time his aux guy usually runs his tracks. So I remember one time we on a run, like a whole tour, and one of the dates they couldn't come. So I had to put my rig inside their rig, like mains, aux, and run tracks. Mind you, I only know how to use Logic. They run Ableton. So I didn't know a thing about Ableton. And his gig is very triggered. So Israel, you ever listen to records with Israel and you hear him start off on guitar, you're like, rejoice, and you got a time when you're going to hit the track. If you miss that cue, once the track starts, the show goes. It ain't like you stopping track, starting track. No, once you start the track, it's going into the next song. So if you miss that cue, you're done. And all I remember was I'm trying to play okay, when I'm gonna hit the timing. All I know is he's like, rejoice. Ding, ding. And again I say, and you supposed to go, again I say, rejoice. So I cued it on the wrong cue. And I think the track came in too early. So I had to stop the track and play the entire show without the stems. Now in the stems is backgrounds, loops, horns, all these other sounds that I'm not playing live. I'm only used to playing mains. And this ain't Ty gig where I made up the aux. This is Aaron Lindsay stuff. Dog, that entire gig, we had to go through a 75-minute gig with no tracks.
Ooh.
It was so freaking thin. The music was so thin. It was just like, it was like at the end of the gig, it was like, they never let me run tracks ever again. It was like,
so Parris, so I'm gonna put you on the spot. I need you to sneaker preach. So what's the sermon? What's the sermon here that you learned in that experience? Come on, give me a sermon, Reverend. Give me a good reverend. Go into Reverend mode. Sneaker preach on what happened with the trigger missing and whatever. Go ahead, sneaker preach. Go ahead.
How do I do this?
Let the Lord use you.
Make sure you're on time. If you miss the cue, you can be off season.
Ooh. Say it again. Repeat it for the people in the back.
Shoot, I don't even know what I just said. Listen. Make sure you're on time, because if you miss the cue, you can be off season.
Yeah, get on cue so you ain't off season.
Yep.
I like that. That's the sneaker preach from Parris. Y'all put your hands together for Parris with the sneaker preach right now, that you want to be on cue so you don't miss your season. Amen. All right. Smurf, you got a sneaker preach from what you just said, man? Wait a minute. All right, Smurf.
Did he go off again?
His audio is off. So we're going to wait. Smurf is going to come right back, and we're going to have, right after these messages, Smurf is going to have a sneaker preach. He going to hang up and call right back, and we're going to have a sneaker preach from Smurf. All right. So look,
Reverend
we got
Johnnie Smurf Smith.
Yeah, Reverend Johnnie Smurf Smith. The next voice you will hear, you're going to bring him up, Parris. You're going to bring him up. But so on Monday, January the 11th, you want to be there 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You're going to have Smurf, and he's going to have the daycare edition. He's going to be babysitting tiny spicy chickens. Like, no, the 40-year-old kid named Parris Bowens is going to be there for the birthday edition. And we're going to have that. That's going to be on Monday live at the location that you don't need to know, because we want to stay socially distanced. And so right now, Parris, would you bring the right Reverend Johnnie Smurf up into the room if you can get it together, and just let us know who the right Reverend is that's going to come to us in this season right now? Can we hear you, right Reverend? Are you there, right Reverend?
I'm in the building.
Oh, he's in the building. Okay, wait.
God.
The associate pastor of theKonvos, Parris Bowens, is going to bring up the right Reverend. So bring him up, Parris. Bring up the right Reverend. Tell us who's coming to the stage to sneaker preach.
Well, he really doesn't need any introduction. This man has the credit to go all the way.
Wait, stop real quick. Why do we say that? He don't really need an introduction. So go ahead, Parris. Say it again. He don't.
Well, we don't want to belabor the hour, so we're going to get right to it. Listen, his resume goes back all the way back. I mean, I got so many. You know what? We're going to keep it real simple. All the way from Chicago to Jersey to Philly to wherever he is right now. We're going to have the right Reverend Johnnie Smurf Smith to lead us right now in the Word of God right now. Let's go, brother.
Sneaker preach from Johnnie Smurf. Come on, son. Sneaker preach here. What you going to say here, Reverend?
Why is it frozen on that face?
Be still and know that I'm God. That's the sermon.
That's the word.
The word is be still. That's
better to be quiet. That's what the word is. Somebody said frozen.
Your introduction was probably too long. That's the problem. So look, let me get him back on stage, and we're going to have you present him. We're going to have you present him again. Present him again. Present him.
We're going to keep it short.
Keep it short.
Let's go.
All right, Reverend.
Well, because the prophet Elsa, she had me frozen. But in the words of Martin Lawrence, he said, "If a duck can pull a truck, shut up."
Oh my God, my head is hurting.
Ooh, yo, I needed this right here. I needed it, man. Look,
Oh my God.
cheese in all specs of your season. Look. Jermaine said cheese in all aspects of your season. He
Oh my
knows you.
God.
That's a Smurf. Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all something that's so crazy. She said, Sonya said, Jesus be an internet connection. Hallelujah. Let me tell y'all
Sonya,
something.
what up, sis?
Listen, I gotta tell y'all, man. Y'all really be blessing me. And Smurf always makes me smile no matter what I'm going through. This is listen, God is my witness, I'm telling you. If I'm going through something and I see Smurf on any show, TV, something, and I see like somebody performing, Tina will watch performances and shows. She like, "Hon, look at Smurf." And I look on there, and it's like, you see all these dope people, and then there's Smurf sitting there. And I'm like, I could be going through the biggest moment of hell in my life, and I just look at Smurf, and I'm like, what I'm going through is not that deep. Listen, real talk. Listen, y'all know Carla at the church. Carla, that's my son's godmother. Y'all know Carla. Listen, Carla love all of y'all. Listen, Carla used to stalk us and be like, when we was looking for a musician, she like, well, why can't we just get them full time? You know, she like, what we gotta do? And she the trustee now. Is Carla be like real? Cause she, listen, me and Carla so tight, she know when I really love somebody. And so she was stalking y'all like, yo, Parris got things to do. Smurf is just sliding over after he leave his church. She like, oh, all right, well, dang, you know. See, listen, Carla be taking it serious, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then I think after y'all came through, Sonya and Juan was like holding it down, and they bringing in like Brick House. They got, I'm gonna tell y'all the funniest preaching moment. Sonya, when I say Sonya have my back, Sonya's gonna make sure it's somebody on the organ. So her husband, so you know, Juan's smashing on the drums, right? Juan's another one that got a unique lane that's just him. And so Juan's on the drums every Sunday, no matter who we bring in. They got different people coming in. They filling in my whole music section. And Sonya's leading, you know, praise and worship. But one Sunday, they didn't have anybody, and they had to do something, and they sent Troy Chambers to the church.
Good Lord.
They sent Troy Chambers to the church. So Trevion is on the drums, right? So Trey's on the drums. And you know Trey's smashing. I think like Ray is there or something. And Sonya's like, we're going to do, you know, I just want to pray. She was like, you know, or no, Sonya wasn't there, I think. Either Sonya was there or not. Or I don't know if Sequoia took over, but either Sonya sent the playlist or she was there. I can't remember because I was nervous because Troy Chambers walked in there, right? So Troy's on the organ, and and so what happened was he started playing. He was playing, so he ended up going. She was in Haiti on a mission trip. So Sequoia's like, she's following the playlist that Sonya sent us. She's like, I just want to praise you. So Troy starts playing, and he's like, ding, 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 ding. So Trey is sitting there like just hitting the hi-hat. Troy was killing it so bad, so dope, right? Trey didn't even know where the like nobody knew where it was, and it wasn't because it didn't sound right. It just sounded so good. Sequoia got the mic like this. The praise team is like, and everybody looking at the organ, and Troy looking at us like, okay, I just won, and we like, oh, that's where you at?
That's Troy.
Wow.
But here's the best part. The key changes. You know, it's like, for blessing me. Ben. Troy goes, blessing me. Somehow, He found his way to G after something. He took us on a trip to the tropical islands, and then he lands on the G, and everybody's looking like, how'd you get there? Listen, the whole praise and worship literally changed to, how did you get here? Like, the band is looking like, dog, how'd you get there from where you came from? And Troy's just sitting there playing. Then it comes down to preaching. And so I just didn't even know how to close, because I'm like, I preached like an animal, because I was like, it don't matter where I'm at. He gonna make my worst key sound great. And I'm like,
wow, that is Troy.
And then Parris with so Smurf, and I know we gotta go, but I'm gonna tell you this. Parris, so Smurf comes in, and our favorite song with Smurf is Michelle Just Sings Forever doing the Ty Tribbett joint, right? And it's like, dun, 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 dun. And so this is the beef I had with Smurf. I couldn't play everything. So when I would come in, and certain musicians, they would come and they didn't know certain songs. So when Smurf comes in, Smurf's like, oh, I know the joint. They was like, cool. So our church, I will bless the Lord. We cha-cha and everything around the room. Smurf on there with the hold up. Smurf over there. Smurf on the Hammond with the pedals, right? You know Smurf, right? It's like a dope boot or something over here, and Smurf is over there tapping, and his toe. Look, this Smurf toes. Any picture of Smurf on a Hammond, this what you see. Smurf, right? It's like a funky dope sock. It's like, and then Smurf is on there, and y'all know how at my church I got the key bass up top. So we don't have a bass player. Smurf is killing it on here, and then he down the bottom when he playing right. So everybody got so used to that song. When we can't get Smurf, we can't get Parris. I had the pressure of having to learn that song. Y'all don't understand. I tarried and learned how to play that song so I can crush it. Because they was mad with me because I didn't know how to play it. You know what I'm saying? They was mad with me. And so that Smurf song, Parris, it was, listen, Smurf.
Wait.
Go ahead.
Wait, well, I got to say this. So one day, I'm out of town. And so I log in to the service, and of course, you know, Parris made it up. So I listen in on the live, and I'm like, oh, that's the way you're supposed to play the song.
But, right. Dude, I needed to hear you say that. I needed to hear you say that, because you never know. After listening to y'all, or especially like a Parris, like I can listen to you, Smurf, and know and get an idea. Oh, Smurf killed it, but I know how the song go. When you listen to Parris, you're not really sure how it's actually supposed to go. So at my church, we've never did any way the right way. Okay? Anyway, I'll be satisfied.
That's my joy.
Dude, it's on YouTube right now, the Parris, Trevion, and Ray Ray version. And Parris is playing. I went bananas, dude. It was like, anyway, and Ray Ray is on the now mind you, the whole time Ray Ray played at the church, I didn't know that Ray Ray plays guitar and sings.
Right.
I just know him as Ray Ray, the bass player dude, right? And then one Sunday I discovered, when we don't have nobody on the keys, Ray Ray plays the organ. So I'm like, oh, okay, right. I was like, oh, okay, all right. So multitasking dude, right? So Ray's on the bass, and they doing the anyway, and they just playing something in Trey with the dreads. He on there doing like, and Parris is playing something. I'm gonna tell you why Parris is so sick. Now dope Ray Ray stops playing the bass like, Negro, what are you playing over there? And I'm gonna pick it up. So Parris is smiling like, you're Ray, you can get this. This is easy. And Ray's looking like, that joint is hot, and I don't know what you're doing. So he literally stops, and he sits there and looks at Parris like, okay. Oh, then he learns it, and then when they get it, everybody's in the corner going. Their heads are going. It's like a rock band joint, man. I'm telling y'all, you have to. It's on YouTube. If you type in Parris, Trey, and Ray, it'll come up on SBC. And anyway, I'm talking, and it's just like, Yo, it is sick, man. When I say it's sick, man, y'all love it.
I'm looking for it right now.
Yo, you will trust me. You will love it, man. You will love it. But I'm gonna put on the screen again what y'all got coming up, and we want to be there on Monday, and I'm gonna put the link up to it. Like when you get the link, make sure you put a link up to where we watching this at, and where we checking it out at. So that everybody knows, man. I appreciate y'all joining me. So, you said it's going to be on YouTube, right, Smurf? Okay, all right.
It's on YouTube Live. Yep.
Okay, it's going to be on YouTube Live. Okay, yeah, definitely we need it on YouTube Live. And did I put anyway? Let me see. I might have that anyway. Like I'm telling y'all, that anyway thing was so was so dumb.
That's like my favorite offering song, man.
Yo, man, when y'all would play that, we could just play that over and over and over and over again. I was not mad with it. Let me see. Anyway, did I call it anyway? No. Okay. All right. I'll find it. But
you find it, send it to me, bro. I'm trying to find it.
You trying to find it online?
I'm on YouTube now looking for it.
Okay. All right. Yeah, if I find that, I'll let you know. It's on YouTube. I just got to find out where it's at on YouTube. But let me tell you, Smurf, that right there. Oh, that was the other one. So Jamar Jones is in town, right?
Oh Lord.
Ali is on the organ, right? Okay. So it's Ali and Trey. So I'm on the key bass, and you here it is, embarrassing moment. We were doing some other song, and I'm smashing on the key bass, right? Because I always wanted to be a bass player. So I'm kicking it with the dark bass on the Triton, right? I'm dark bass on the Triton. I gotta run it through the bass amp. Dark bass, man. That is the bass. The dark bass in the Matrix 1000 is the bass on almost every plaque on this wall. So,
oh my God.
Wow.
So the thing is, I'm playing dark bass, and it's cool because I'm playing with Ali, right? So Ali's on there, I'm playing dark bass over there. And Jamar Jones is in there, and they want to sing Bless the Lord. I'm like, I still don't know the song yet. So the Hail Mary was, I try to play it off, and I'm looking at Ali, and I'm trying to get the MIDI cord to run the key bass. So I'm trying to MIDI the organ in through the bass to fake like I'm playing the bass, right? And he looking at me like, you got it. And I'm sitting there like, I don't know the song. Jamar is like, yo, go ahead, you got to preach. And I was like, thank you, Lord. So then Jamar comes up there, and Jamar starts playing. And when I say he's crushing, Jamar's in there playing, and him and Ali just went to a whole nother level, and it was over. And it was like church went bananas. And then Jamar Jones takes then he turns the keyboard on and takes a piano solo.
Jesus.
Not right.
Yeah, exactly. He takes a piano solo, right. And Ali's just sitting there playing pad like on the organ. Like it was one of the things where Ali just pushed in all the drawbars and only had a little bit of the white and the brown, and he's just sitting there like this, and Jamar's going ham on the piano, and it's just like, okay.
Yeah, man. Jamar's done that to many a thing.
Oh, Jamar got you too?
Man. He does that to you all the time.
Yeah.
You know who we haven't talked about on here?
Who's that? Oh, no.
Eric Worthing.
No.
Eric Worthing is another one.
He's watching.
Troy Chambers, there you go.
Oh, there he is.
We were just cussing you out, Troy.
Wait, hold up. So, I would go to Ford Memorial all the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, anytime I felt like I was just at a standstill musically, it was like I would go to Ford Memorial, listen to Jamar and Omar all the time.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And it was so crazy because one day they say, Smurf, can you fill in for us?
Ooh.
We're going to be out of town.
Ooh.
So they called me to fill in, but then Troy Chambers, they called Troy to fill in on Oregon.
Uh-uh.
This is the first time me and Troy ever met. When I tell you, this was one of the funnest times I've ever had playing. And I mean, I was already scared because it was like that Ford Memorial stage. I don't know what it was. It was like
Oh yeah,
If you was just scared
legendary.
because the it was like, man, my favorite organist in the world is of course Stephen Ford, and it was like, wait, this is the organ that Stephen Ford played on. Like I'm like just geeking out, like, and so but out seeing Troy come in, that just made me think about that moment. Incredible,
dude. So, Troy, that dude's just a problem. Like that's the thing.
Yeah.
He's just a problem. So you know what's crazy? I look at him and Jamar as that like John and Brian ish, of a problem. Like you know what I'm saying? Then we looking at y'all too, of the problems. Like listen, for me, man, that guy is just, he's a problem. I don't understand it. You know what y'all need to do, and maybe Zach needs to lead it. We need an online and you can do a whole series on this, Ford Memorial experience. That would be sick. Listen, because people are asking us about like touch of jazz stories, but if there was a church equivalent to that, it would be the Ford Memorial.
Ford Memorial. That's
Chronicles.
low key.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the
Prime time.
Dude, you want to talk about a torch passing that I loved, or respect from like a seasoned guy to somebody else? Vidal Davis and I, we were rolling around with Siobhan Edmonds, different people, and we were just getting into production and all, and Vidal was so excited because he played on a recording. I forgot what recording it was, but Vidal played on a recording. And John was just getting out with James, and so me and John were still rolling a little bit too. And I think it was John was on the drums or Vidal was on the drums. One of them broke the stick in the middle of the recording. And the most priceless thing was seeing somebody run down the aisle and tossing a stick in the middle of the song to catch it and run and hit the smash. It was, dude, that was the dopest thing. Like, those kind of things happen in Ford Memorial. That was kind of like, Ford Memorial to me was the church 5 spot.
It was.
Yeah, because that's where you went to see, like, Scouters came up in Ford Memorial. Because anybody that was the leftover guy was still dope. Anybody that was sitting up around the front, you be cool with like the guy that was like, yo, I'm just the starter guy for the service, and then the greater guys are coming. You'll take whoever the starter guy was at for. You'll take the drummer that got kicked off because John or Brian or somebody walked in the building. You like, I'll take that guy. You know what I'm saying?
Man, it was so many levels to it, because it was like, when you look at, dang, when you like, it was like you have D Hodge, but then you will have Wayne. Yeah. But then you got Terry. Then you got Kevin Arthur. It was like so many levels of greatness that it was, man, it was just, it was crazy.
It was endless. It's like you just would drive by. You know what I'm saying? You would just drive by to see.
It was always packed, man. That joint was always packed, like
without air conditioning.
Yo, exactly. And I didn't understand those floors when I first came in.
Right.
How the floors move.
Yeah.
I was like, what is this? Yo, but I never forget, I first played at Fort Memorial with John Payton back in 90.
Ooh.
Like
shout
96.
out to Pastor John Payton. Come on, man.
John Payton. He the one who really put me on. Like, I remember back then, first of all, the choir scene was so strong back then. Like, you had, God rest his soul, you had Kev, what's his name?
Pringle.
Kevin Pringle. You had Tony Fields. You had Jehovah Chosen. You had Ty. You had who else? Man, there was so many different groups back then.
Like,
what you say?
Clay Sears.
No, you had Zach.
Oh,
oh my God, Zach, but Zach had like 30 choirs. Like,
right.
Zach, you always like, and I never got Zach. You never let me play with
said 30 choirs.
Zach had all the choirs, and I never got to play with any one of them.
Oh, hold on, Parris, I'm gonna give you full screen. Parris, go ahead. Sneaker preach.
Zach, all those choirs you had, and I never got the invite. I guess I just wasn't good enough.
Oh my
I
goodness.
guess I wasn't good enough for Zach.
But you kept the faith.
Back then.
But you kept the faith.
I kept the faith. We brothers. But I used to be like, why I didn't get a call to be a part of Zach's choir?
Get him, Parris. Get him. Let him know. He got a show. He on the radio. Did he ever invite you on his show yet?
He did let me go. He invited me on there.
Okay, all right. Well, he owe you a second show.
Wayne and Noel and all of them playing with him.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. Somebody's with you.
Brandon said I feel your pain.
Oh, Zach, you got to clean it up. You need Brandon and Parris.
I had a bucket list of who I wanted to play, my Philly greats that I wanted to play with.
My God.
Zach did not invite me
My
on
God. Y'all heard it first on theKonvos.
Zach, I would sing tenor.
He said Parris came to one rehearsal the next week. He was in Camden, and the rest is history.
You know what? Man. Actually, you know what? No, I take that back. You right. Man. Yeah, I did. It was a rehearsal I came to.
Look,
and
he said I'm still on my way.
Sean was still alive. Sean was another, like low key. Another one of the greatest organists out of Philadelphia was Sean. That played with Zach. He was so cold on the organ.
Yeah.
That dude was one of the most tasteful organists. God rest his soul. That was one of my brothers, man.
Wow.
One of the most amazing organists. Like and you had the Troys, the Sean. They was all in that league of players, man. But I remember coming to a rehearsal with Sean and playing. I think, but see, back then I think I was playing with John, and John was not letting me play with nobody. John was kind of stingy with me back then.
John who?
John Payton.
Okay, Payton. Okay, gotcha.
Back then, choirs didn't play with their musicians. They didn't share musicians. They tried to. They're like, you go down the street to that person rehearsal, you out of a gig. You like,
wow. Right, it was a threat. It was like it's a void of your contract that you didn't have.
Yeah. I mean, it had a silent handshake, like whatever.
Right.
You don't gig with nobody else. You play with this group and that's it. So.
Hey, do y'all remember? Well, Smurf. I think Smurf wasn't near at the time, but Parris, you remember when I had my birthday party? Tina called Tony Moore. Called Ty Tribbett, called Yana Crowley from Sunday's Best.
Yes, I remember.
She had Angie sang. Who
crazy.
Else? Tina had everybody in there. She had Darren get me out of the studio, and I was like, we were working on a project, and back in the day, you working on a project, you on that D'Angelo joint, nothing else even matters at all. Like you like nothing matters, right? You like don't nothing matter, and Darren's like, yo, man, we got roll out and somewhere. And I'm like, dude, like, you're not Darren O.B. Darren always, he don't want to move nowhere. And I'm sitting there like, and I felt something was set up. And I pulled down Fifth Street.
Hold on, boo.
And it's so packed in there. We didn't even have the balcony at this point. Doors wide open. And that's the night I gave Ty the A1, the keytar.
The keytar, yeah, I remember.
Yeah, because I had a red one. And shout out to with Brian Pugh. Brian Pugh was the reason why I got the red keytar. Wow. And then I got the keytar, and then I had another one. I was like, I'm going to bless Ty with that keytar. And that's when my guitar player. At the time, he's an OG. He had a real tight satin joint on. He was so excited that night. He came out and did a solo with Ty. And he bit the guitar string in church, though. And Ty's looking at me like, are you kidding me? Like,
wait. I think I know who you're talking about.
Because y'all was crushing so bad. Like, y'all was so dope. I got Dana. I ain't even going to pull his picture up. I threatened him on a text message. Dana was like, yo, I texted him with the picture. Dana's got a Sixers joint on. Aaron was up in the corner playing Parris. Everybody's in there. I think the organ was messed up at the time. Something was wrong. And so I got Tony Moore, Jehovah's Chosen, John Bryant. Everybody packed in my small church. All these singers and stuff. And the guitar player went ham. And him and Ty's. And you know how Ty will just roll with it? And Ty's
play with it.
Ty like this, and Ty's going Dina, and Parris and him was just sitting there like, yo, what is going on here? And my man got so happy he bent down and he bit the key, the string on his solo. I was like, dog. But that night, everybody was in the building, man. It was that joint was hot, man. That joint was hot.
We could do a documentary on the Philly scene, man.
Yeah,
we could do a dope movie on that.
So wait, and I'm gonna let y'all go. But to everybody who missed it,
Stop the press. I'm here to talk about my man Smurf. Boy, that boy can play that organ. He can play it he's so cold with it, boy. He warm you up inside, make you feel warm and nice and religious. But did y'all know his favorite snack? I remember doing this show with Smurf, and every time we take a break, he was just munching on something over there. I said, what are you munching on, bro?
Johnny Brickhouse has won the $50 cash prize, the $50 cash app to know.
He pulled up this big bag, yellow bag with the lime green writing on it, and it said Funyuns.
Bishop Troy, what you say, religious?
He pulled up this big bag, yellow bag with the lime green writing on it, and it said Funyuns. If y'all didn't know, F onions, okay? That's how you spell it. All right, fine. So whenever you see Smurf, let him know that he is the official Funyun King.
And there we have it. Smurf is the official Funyun King, certified and solidified by the Brian Frasier-Moore.
Certified by who? My God.
Drop the phone. Just drop it. Just drop it.
I'm out of here.
Yo, I'm calling him as soon as
Yo, you have to call him.
get out of this. Oh.
You have to call him, bro. All I'm going to say is this. So Monday night, I know y'all got to look clean and everything for the live, but I need somebody to bring some Funyuns to the church. All right? And one of y'all musicians just bring Funyuns to the church. So here's the thing. So Smurf, it's your birthday. It's right. It's Cassandra said F-onions versus Funyuns. That's a big difference there. So Smurf, because I can picture Smurf eating the Funyuns though. So here's all I'm gonna say. If y'all want to be a blessing to Smurf, it's his birthday though. It's his birthday celebration. If you want to be a blessing to Smurf, go ahead and cash app them. So Smurf, put your cash app in the column so we can. So yeah, let's make sure that Zach get the flyer too. We want to make sure Zach, I'll make sure you get it. So for Smurf and Friends, the birthday edition, we want Smurf to put his cash app up on the live. And if you don't do anything else, I need y'all to hear me. I need y'all to hear me right now. I need y'all to hear me. Okay, wait a minute, Parris. Let me put me up here. Let me solo me. I need y'all to hear me.
Yeah, I can't.
I need y'all to hear me right now. Everybody all over the building. I feel a blessing coming on if you sow a seed into the life and ministry of my brother Smurf. For a small seed token of love, you can cash app him $1 just for the Funyuns alone. But if you feeling it good in your heart, I want you to increase. Somebody hashtag increase. I want to make sure that I supply him in a birthday gift of love. How old you gonna be, Smurf? How old you gonna be? Smurf, how old you gonna be?
2 years from 40.
2 years from 38. So I need at least 10 people with me at a minimum just to sow a seed of 38 bags. Because they probably about $1 now. 38 bags of Funyuns for my brother's friend. I'm about to do it right now. I'm going to my Cash App right now. I feel it. Matter of fact, anybody feel a round off spirit? A round off spirit. I'm talking y'all ain't believers up in here. Watch this. I guarantee you gonna have some cash apps. What's your Cash App, Smurf? I can't put it on the screen right now. Somebody say it and we're gonna put it in the car. What's your Cash App, Smurf? We're gonna Cash App and we're gonna minimum sow a seed of $38 for Funyuns.
Look, believe it or not, I don't even have Cash App. I gotta get it.
Man, you are blocking your blessings. Are you serious?
Believe it or not, I have to get a Cash App. But
It's
you know
so
what I will
easy.
say?
Smurf don't have a cash app. We can't even sow a seed for Funyuns.
You know, it's okay. It's okay. Look, I'll have a cash app.
Carla's going to beat you when she sees you. Carla and Sonia is going to beat you because
We gotta sow a cash
God is moving. Listen, my sister Sonia right now, God is moving in her life because she's always been a sower. Okay, she's always, and it's real talk, but funny. She's always been a sower. But what I'm saying to you is, Sonia and Carla, look at what Carla said. Look at what Carla. Next time you come near Southern, Carla will beat you for not having a cash app.
But you know what? I do have PayPal or Zelle and all that stuff.
You do have PayPal. Okay, so
Yes.
Monday, will you? I'm gonna get you before Monday, but by Monday, I need you to post, and everybody who watching me right now, under the sound of my weak voice. I feel that there's someone in the building today that understands the need of Funyuns. As you heard from Bishop Frasier-Moore, the ministry of the Funyuns before the finale of playing the solo. That Smurf has been fueled by Funyuns for so many years. It's a certain twang to the ministry of the Funyuns. I feel it today. I feel it today. And so we want to bless you with at least 40 years worth of Funyuns.
Oh my God. Y'all are, look, Pastor Keith, you are hilarious.
We gonna sow a seed on the Funyuns. But listen, y'all, tiny spicy chicken. Wait, is that somebody playing?
She's trying to play organ behind you.
Who's
I put
playing?
an organ track.
That's you. That's you.
I'm just backing you up.
Oh, go ahead.
Without
Put
hands.
it up. Listen, everybody all over the billion, I dare you to hashtag Funyuns right now. Hashtag Funyuns. Just hashtag Funyuns right now. I want to know that you're with me in the building. Just hashtag Funyuns. Come on, somebody. Somebody all over the building. Hashtag Funyuns. Funyuns. We thank God for Brother Smurf today. For Brother Smurf today. You are not sowing into him for a car. You're not sowing into him for a new house. He's already taken care of that. You're not sowing into him for clothes. He has no need of food or shelter in that sense. But Funyuns. But Funyuns today. I need somebody to hashtag Funyuns. I see there's already somebody who's receiving that blessing on sowing the seed of Funyuns today. We thank you, Bishop Brian Moore, for letting us know what he have need of. I remember when they were going for the donkey, said the Lord have need of it. But we know that Smurf has need of Funyuns before he performs. Oh my gosh. I hear you. I hear you, Brother Jackson. I hear you. He has need of Funyuns before. I don't want to hate on anybody. I need you to put down what is it that you have need of before you minister. What is the food? What is the grub bag that you have need of? I don't know about you, but I have a now later spirit. I have a now later because he will do it right now. But if he doesn't do it now, he will do it later. And so I need somebody to understand that your thing could be now and later's. I tell you, First Lady Bettina, hers is sunflower seeds. Sunflower, the sun will come out tomorrow, but the sun is shining right now. Yes, it is, because there's a lily in the valley, bright as the morning star. And so sunflower. Sonia, will you just name whatever it is right now that you need to minister? I need somebody. Somebody might be Boston baked beans. I believe somebody might be Mike and Nike. Somebody might be lemon heads. I need y'all to talk. We got a double mint gum right here. We got a double mint gum. Is there anybody else up in here? We got a Chico stick. We got a Chico stick. I need somebody. Y'all talk to me up in here. Ginger candy. Anybody? Do I have any old school saints that you will take? You will take that red and white candy. It doesn't matter how long it's been in the sunshine. If it's melting and the bag is sticky and you remember the residue 20, 30 minutes after you've eaten the candy, you still remember what you had in your taste before that because your hands are still sticky. Is there anybody up in the building that would say, pass me a Ricola up in the house one more time? Anybody got a Ricola? I know it's some Ricola saints in the house, Parris. Y'all can front on me all y'all want. Anybody, y'all admit you a Ricola saint. I need more preachers in the house.
They come in handy. What about a blow pop?
Blow pop! Come on, sir. Come on, sir. Y'all remember gobstoppers?
Yeah. Oh, my
Oh,
God.
see, look, see, that's how that tell you that Smurf younger than us. Gobstoppers, they were that big ball that came in a plastic bag that you had it in your mouth, and that was the wrong candy to eat in between Sunday school and the start of service. Because church started and you were still eating the Gobstopper because it changed from blue to yellow to red to green all the way down to the ball of sugar in the middle. And you had to always, they said, Keith, you got to read the scripture, and you just got this lump right here because it's it didn't dissolve. Troy is a Jolly Ranchers man. Hallelujah, Jolly Ranchers, y'all. Lord have mercy, man. We gotta stop, man. I'm feeling good today. I'm feeling good.
There go Troy Ministries.
There's a Troy ministry right there. Troy's the guy that interrupts. Troy's the guy that interrupts whatever you was trying to say or preach, cause he hits a chord that just kind of messes you up. One more time on a tiny spicy chicken to get your day started. If you haven't heard it before, if you didn't download it, you need to go to iTunes and grab it. Smurf has a wonderful song out, and he has a video where he's in the video and he has an Easter egg in there, because not only is he on the keyboard, he's also somewhere else in the video at the same time. Y'all talk to me up in here. I want you to stay with me. Y'all brothers, make sure we stay together, everybody, and keep staying together. Thank y'all for being on here. I appreciate y'all. We're going to see y'all Monday night. Y'all look out for Zach. Go to his page. He's going to talk about it. And we love y'all so much. We're going to rock out on this. And I got some work to do. Listen, learn and do. We learned a lot from one another. Learn it and do it, okay? Shout out to my girl, Diana Gladney. Me. All right, lip sync it, Parris. Go ahead, lip sync it.
I gotta remember my words.
Yes, sir. It's in iTunes right now. That little kid saying, "Stay with me." Birthday on Monday, my man Smurf. I'm already sowing my minimum of $40 for Funyuns. For Funyuns.
40 years of Funyuns.
For Funyuns. We already believe in the next 2 years in advance.
My God.
For Funyuns, that's it. Stay with me. Sing, boy.
Chris Stevens on them horns, man.
Woo. See that? Anointed woman of God right there. She said we have our seed in our hand.
Thank you, Miss Sonia.
Yo, go to the feed, type in your PayPal. It's your birthday, man. Type in your PayPal. You ain't being greedy. I asked you to do it. Be obedient. Put it in there.
Let's see, how do we do this? Okay.
Go to an iPad or something and log into the scene. Put your PayPal in there. Or text it to me or something like that. I don't care. Whatever.
Put your routing and then your account.
Parris, I love both versions. This is my favorite though.
That's the one with Spank and Jay Bratton.
This one?
Yep. Spank on drums, Jay Bratton, Chris on horns.
Dude, I love both of them. It's just this one right here. This is my simple just.
It's the original.
Woo. Yes, sir. I'm playing this joint, man. This gonna be on the show. This gonna be on the show, bro.
We doing it Monday.
I need to hear it. Okay, I got the PayPal joint. Look, man, y'all gotta be ready for that blessings.
He got LA.
I need you. Woo. What year did you do this?
17 maybe.
Oof. Wait a minute. Okay, paste. I found him. Johnnie Smurf. Okay, we got it on there. He's under there, Johnnie Smurf, and that's concertsmurf@yahoo.com. All right, concertsmurf@yahoo.com. And then, so look, I got to leave out on Joy. I told him I was going to do this, and let's get this Joy. I told Jackie I was going to do it. Next up, I'm going to have the Sonya and Juan Joy, and then somebody else gave me another Joy. I got like 3 different joys. All right, so let me get off here, and then we're going to leave out on our joys. And I thank y'all brothers for joining me today, and I appreciate y'all. We're going to go with the Sonya and Juan Joy today. We're going here. Oh, matter of fact, the problem in this song is the bridge with Troy. It just make you want to smack this guy. Jackie, I'm gonna do yours on Monday. This is a problem. Listen, y'all. I'm better, y'all. Sing, girl. Woo. Woo. Come on, Juan.
Is Troy playing?
Sonya, let me know everybody on this record. I can't remember everybody. I know that's Juan, that's Troy. They told me everybody else. But listen, y'all, this is a problem. That's Juan singing right there.
For real?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I knew he sang, but there it is. Those are your people on the record.
Oh, nice.
Oh, Jay Brad's on there, huh?
Feeling low, deep down in your soul, there's someone who will take control. Don't let me in. I'm a witness and they'll do it.
Exactly, right?
You've been standing close.
It's like the best 2 Joy songs right here. Fellowship and One Praise right here. I tell everybody he restored my joy.
What the heck?
Exactly, right? Juan is a sleeper though.
Yeah.
Listen, just listen. Right here. You like, why?
I need an overhead shot of that.
Exactly. Hashtag overhead. I need an overhead shot. That's a good one.
Oh my God.
The Bishop Chambers.
Troy Chains in the membrane.
That's a good one, Parris. Troy Chains in the membrane. Look, and when Sonya sings, Sonya be doing this joint in church. Sonya be hitting the joint. She at MC. Wait till y'all hear Sonya rap. Do you know that Sonya rap? Did y'all know that?
No.
Oh, it's a problem. No, the truth though.
Let's go, Sonya. Give us a couple bars.
Best ad-lib right here. He about to come in.
Don't let them take your joy.
I'm gonna show y'all my wine ad-lib. Parris, I love to hear you and Juan sing. I love to hear y'all sing.
That's encouraging. I don't got his range.
Here we go. The world didn't give it to me. This joy I have. The world didn't give it to me.
Hey,
The world can't take it away. Here we go. Here's the problem right here.
You better get the joy.
But this is Troy with the straight face, though. Listen.
Oh my God.
sheesh.
Here.
Come
I gotta
on,
get
Troy.
this record.
Oh.
That's ignorant.
Yeah, I
ain't
gotta
it?
get this record.
That's the ignorance, man. And then Juan just sits down and makes tracks out of this stuff. And so I just get to play this as a bed track and just go round and round and round and round and just play this. Listen to the chord.
Oh.
But to him, it's normalcy. That's the problem. That's that new norm. Look, hold up. E. Watt says Parris is the GOAT.
My guy. What up, Watt?
He says Parris is the GOAT. E.
You
Watley.
listen to the goat, right? You listen to the goat right now.
It-
That's Troy.
yeah, the GOAT is Troy. Shout out to all my Philly people with the love.
I'm a lamb.
Huh? Hey,
I'm a lamb.
wait. Hey, E. Watley, you know who the corny dude is playing on this joint right here? You know who the corny bass player is on this joint right here? This the whack bass player right here.
Oh my God.
That's the whack bass
Hey,
player.
you know I'm playing on this song right here. Right?
Are you playing on this too?
It's me on keys.
Are you serious? I'm sitting there. You know what? I'm done with
I'm
y'all.
with my little brothers, man, on this record.
I gotta leave off on the same way. Hey baby. That just took me out.
Be real transparent with you.
They killed this.
Yo, so here's the thing. Juan, you, Trey, the way y'all sing, cause y'all not the guys. You know how this they about to kill it singer, but then you
Yeah.
got the musician that's just like, I'm just gonna sing something, and you like,
Real
yes, I love y'all, man.
I just want
It's
your
Philly,
name.
bro. It's all about the
Oh
song.
my God, look, he said for sure.
Maybe you can slide.
But
your
hold up,
digits
why do
too.
people put the bass emoji up
I put
for
my
him
work
when they
in
listen to
my
this on the
game.
show?
So baby, role play. Baby, won't you come and
I
role
love it.
play with me? Role
I love
play,
it.
Role play.
Exactly, Sonya. Philly is the best,
baby.
though.
I know you know me.
I love it.
But let's switch it up. Baby, won't you role play? Role play.
Woo. He liked it so much he had to drop off.
And let me be your patient.
He loved it so much he fell out the picture. Look,
Yo,
I'm gonna be your
this
student.
joint is so fire. Where can we find both of these songs?
listen, you can find them all on iTunes. Sonya, put it up again. Sonya dropped in that wonderful song y'all just heard. And the funny thing is, like, your record, Parris, is old. These joints ain't new, okay? You got these joints in the column. Y'all make sure y'all drop them in there. You check them out. Where's the link to make sure? Listen, go to their pages and subscribe. Parris, I see you got a lot of subscriptions. Smurf, there's no reason why you should be under 1,000, I think. Everybody go and subscribe to Smurf page. He gonna be throwing this stuff.
Absolutely.
All them concert
Yes.
videos, you need to put them on your page and let everybody subscribe to it. Monetize it, bro. Monetize
Yes,
it.
sir.
You are a G, all right? You are a G, and you creeping up on that 40 with us.
You with it? You right? Yep.
You creeping up on that 40 with us. Get that YouTube page going, man. Listen,
Club
it'll,
Club
Yes, sir.
Benjamin Button.
It'll take forever for me to get out of here. Y'all go to Zach's page, jump on his YouTube, subscribe to it. This is where you're going to find Keith and Zach on YouTube. We will be doing some collabos real soon. All right. Troy Chambers don't even need a YouTube. We just need his YouTube channel to be. I need an overhead on that. That's
just a breakdown channel.
We're gonna just need. I need an overhead shot on that, and we're gonna say Parris Bowens. I need an overhead shot on that. So that's how we're gonna say. I need an overhead on that right there.
Listen, okay? I play organ because of Troy. Troy is the reason I play organ.
Here we go. The corniest bass player on the East Coast right now. Oh, it's Eric Watley.
Hit me with something else, like.
Oh man. Sonya has sowed that Funyun seed. Keith Pelzer has sowed the Funyun seed. All right. Carla has sown that Funyun seed. Hallelujah for the Funyuns. Make sure you call Brian Moore and let him know that Funyun worked. That Funyun worked.
My hair's gonna be nice and oily for Monday.
They gonna be oily. He said oily. They gonna be oily for Monday. See, I knew it was a secret to your playing skills. You had to get that oil before you played.
Look,
I ain't just told us his secret.
Exactly, Parris.
No Carmax.
Didn't he just tell us his secret? He just told us his secret. It's the onion.
His hair.
That's it right there. Now we know. I knew it was going to come out later. It's somewhere in the mix. It was going to come out. I knew it. I knew it. I'm leaving on the Keith Pelzer remix right now. Remix your own stuff.
They say I'm crazy.
I love these guys right here.
The way you got me open, baby.
Jill like it too. She just won't put it out yet.
They say I'm bugging. The way I'm time sweating.
I got the vocals from Serving. I said I'm gonna do a remix to my own joint.
Right.
That's fire, bro.
Serving, boy, he's a beast.
Check this out.
They all sit and wonder why this feeling I cannot hide.
We pray Jill Scott just take this and put it out. Come on, Jill. I need you to feel it like that.
It's love.
Ooh.
It's love.
That whole album,
It's love.
Come on, man.
that first album was a classic.
Here we go.
They say I'm ripping.
I got me a little Parris going on in there. Sound effects.
Yes, sir.
They say I'm losing it. Just can't seem to get my
That's a great thing.
Come on, you hear it?
Yo, Smurf, we ain't gonna tell about the funeral we did like a week ago.
What?
That was, yo, it was so lit. Like, how do you say that? I think I know what sound that is.
You probably see. You got it.
I'm trying to find it.
Best part, Vivian Green, Carol Reddick.
Yup.
Right now.
Troy Chambers.
Say it. Church.
I'm about to say, where in the world that home? I got
Right there. tells her I'm gonna push my own darn music. Hey, y'all do understand? Listen.
Do you want it in your candy sweets?
Hey.
Do you want it? Do you want it? Do you want it in your? Do you want it on your biscuit, baby?
It's a hit of the show, for real, bro.
Do you want it on your rice?
A live show with this.
Do you want it in your black eyed peas? Come on, give it, give it, give it, give it to me.
That's gonna be my theme. It's love. Say what? I love it when she does
First
this.
who killed this? DJ Active was smashing.
You know what?
He was destroyed.
I'm just
Put
gonna
this
send
in
it
his
to him.
hands.
Yo, you got it. He will kill this, bro.
DJ Active was smashing.
Y'all tell him to hit me. I'll send it to y'all.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, right there, right
That
there.
joint smashing.
Y'all had it on the Convos. We had my boys Parris and we had Smurf on here. And the Funyun guy, he's officially the Funyun King now, okay? He's officially the Funyun King. Parris, you got parting words? Parris, you got any parting words for us, Parris? Go for
Listen,
it.
just be there with us Monday. It's gonna be a blast. I can't even wait.
All
Me
right,
and Smurf been trying to do this, so I'm excited.
all right. Smurf, any words from the Bishop Funyuns?
Look, man, I'm lost for words. I was gonna get a little. I'm lost for words, man. I just appreciate y'all so much. Thank you for the opportunity to come on your show, bro. And not only that, man, just come out and please share, tell everybody about the concert on Monday. And I love y'all, man. That's all.
All right, we got you, man. And listen, to anybody, I'm gonna say this to anybody. I'm only going to be live on Mondays and Fridays, but I will jump on quickly and I'll do my best to promote and say whatever you're doing. I take no credit on helping you out with your blessing. I'm just doing the love. And if all I can do is just reach one or two people, and then those people reach two or three people, and then those people reach somebody, it's going to bless everybody, okay? And so right now we do need to stick together. Love has to be shown. We do have to lift one another. You're not going to hurt yourself by lifting someone else, all right? And so as you give, you shall receive. We believe in that simple principle. So it is not a must when you come on here. We don't beg nobody. I'm not the begging preacher, but if you've been blessed by these guys, you just want to help and you want to support them, you know, get each other's album and stuff. Smurf, my birthday is on Monday. If we missed yours, I'm sorry. You know, we got you, okay? I'll meet you at the mall, get you something to eat or whatever, okay? And so right now, we have a catapult, a catalyst into it. And if you can't do it for nothing else, you can sow as small as a bag of Funyuns, or you can sow into the future for the oil ministry of the Funyuns for the plan. So the next time you see Smurf on the Stellar Awards or something else, you can say, I thank God I was able to sow into his life that he could get a bag of Funyuns, whether it be in China, Japan, South Africa, wherever. You know that you've been a blessing in his life. You were here live on the Convos, and I'm going to see if I hit this button and it still work. We out. That's it.